We welcome you live to the season number 5 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Duels at Daytona. And for the first time ever, it is time to go duel racing tonight from the World Center of Racing. These are the Season 5 Daytona Duels for the Daytona 500 this Saturday. All right, welcome live into the broadcast booth. We have 2 duel races coming for you tonight. Of course, duel number 1 going to start us off right now at Daytona. Of course, how the duels work is in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, top 3, of course, get points. The field is going to be split in half. We'll show who's going to be. We'll talk about who's going to be in what duel, and go from there. Each duel is, of course, 30 laps around here in Daytona. All right. This is the World Center of Racing. This is the Daytona International Speedway, and we are live for Day 3 of Daytona Speed Weeks for Season number 5. And, of course, the only event tonight technically is the duels, but 2 races, and it's a big night of action for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League today. All right. So this is duel number 1 in Daytona. And then, of course, we had the duel number 2, obviously, after that. The second half of the Cup Series grid will be. All right, really quick, we're going to pull up who's going to be in what duel in a minute, so you can take a look at that for yourselves. Sorry, we don't actually have a setup right now. Apologize for that. Put that in there real quick. All right. Oh. I knew I forgot to do something. This is definitely an important thing. All right, so cars now going on the racetrack. We'll be live in about 30 seconds from Daytona for duel number 1. All right. Cars on the racetrack for duel number 1 in Daytona. Here we go. Okay. Sorry. Just getting this ticker real quick fixed. And we're live. We're ready for duel 1 at the World Center of Racing. Here we go. Cars are on the racetrack. And, of course, joining me in the booth tonight is going to be driver of the number 8 Team Chevy Moto Club Chevrolet in the Cup Series, of course, in duel number 2 tonight. But he'll be on track for the warm-up session, is the 8 of Cameron Chandler.
I tell you what, Ethan Trumler, he was running low on the ETR funds, and we could not bring out the YouTube car. So I have to use my backup car as the YouTube car for this session. But we're making some moves. We're going to the inside of Crash Out Miller, and we're behind the back bumper, the 82. Back for this season, Aiden Donahue.
As they make their way through 3 and 4 in this warm-up session for Daytona duel number 1. Of course, 30 laps coming up tonight under the lights in Daytona. With the Gen 4 car, the first official points race in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series this season. Of course, it's not a typical points race. Only the top 3 are awarded those points. Here's Aiden Donahue, of course, back for another full-time season in the 82. And ahead of him, there is the 88. That is Landon Johnson, of course, in duel number 1 tonight. Here's the 95 of Christian Herklotz in the Questionable Motorsports Chevrolet. Of course, he'll be full-time in Grand National for QM this season, but of course he'll be making his Cup Series debut officially in the Daytona 500 later this week. We got Andrew Stacy ahead of him. All right. course, really quick, we're going to go over who's supposed to be in what duel tonight. So, of course, In duel number 1, you're going to see Michael Gregory in the 5. You're going to see Matthew White, Bryce Benton, Maddox Beard, Gary Smith, Brandon Piper, Aiden Holes, Jacob Quill, Pete Tart. You're also going to see Davian Tobin, Juan Cobbs Jr., Ashton Miller, Sean Hilquich, Aiden Donahue, Landon Johnson, Andrew Stacy, and Axel Smith, and then a couple of other part-time drivers. You're also going to see some more part-time drivers in duel number 2, but we'll get to that once we are in that area. All right. Everybody, though, on the racetrack here in Daytona for duel number 1's warm-up session. All right, Cameron, you're behind the 97 of Smith here. So, I mean, what are we going to be looking for in this duel 1? Obviously, only going to be half of the grid that we're going to see in the Daytona 500. Like, what do we expect here?
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. I mean, preseason testing and practice, I was fully expecting to see a bunch of single file racing, but that was not the case. People were running the top, making some moves off of that. So I really have no idea what to expect. That's kind of the reason too why I want to be in here for this practice, get a little bit extra practice since we wrecked so much of testing. But yeah, it's easy to go single file, but as long as you have help behind you, you can stay side by side for quite a while.
Yeah, and of course now Cameron on the bumper, the 97 cars. They head down the front straightaway. Here's the 96 again, Andrew Stacy. Car on pit road, that's the 5 of Michael Gregory. And you got more cars rolling on pit road. There's the 08 of Knox Thompson. And of course, your defending Daytona 500 champion, the 22 of Cole Wilson. He'll be in duel number 1 tonight. Out of there, there's the...
Oh my God, we are 4 wide.
Oh my goodness, yes they are.
And there's a guy doing burnouts in the middle of the racetrack. Oh my God, we survived.
Wow. All right. Anyways, real quick. Go back live here in Daytona. Of course, they are the Showtime Motorsports teammates, Ashton Miller and Aiden Donahue. Obviously, Aiden Donahue's driver, Ashton Miller. As they head down the front straightaway once again from the World Center of Racing. Of course, they're both planning to be in duel number 1 tonight. Their teammate, Connor Aspel, was planning to be in duel number 2, but he went on the injury report today with an arm injury, so he's questionable to be in that race, and we're not quite sure if he's going to start or not.
Oh my God, we got a melee off of turn 2. It's already cleared up now. But our group's going to be picking up. Oh God, look at this guy, the 22 of Cole Wilson.
They head down to 3 and 4 yet again in Daytona.
Oh my God, look at the save by Ashton Miller. I don't know if we had cameras on that one. I don't know how he hung on to that.
Somewhat did. You got a big group of cars coming back on the racetrack here. There's the 65, Davian Tobin. What a good USA Speedway week he had as they all, look at this whole group coming onto the racetrack. A lot of cars.
Yeah, and our group slowed down, get involved in it, and this is a big pack now.
Of course, what we're going to see in the actual race tonight. More like what we're going to see, I should say. So they head back to 3 and 4. Alrighty. Just getting started for the Daytona Duels from the Daytona International Speedway tonight. First ever time there will be dual races so far top of the board. There are teammates, Aiden Donahue and Ashton Miller, so Showtime Motorsports looking really, really good so far. Oh, my.
Is HSBC in a chrome car?
In a what?
The car behind me.
I don't know. All right.
Oh my God. We got some serious connection issues with the 42 of Greg Holes. seems to be fine now, but he was blinking in and out for quite a while.
Of course, Aiden Holes now, apparently changed his name. He's going to be full-time in the Cup Series this season in that 42 car for Clear High Racing. First full-time year for him. There is the, I don't even know. Who is this? It's Jacob Quill. I don't know where his paint scheme is, but all right. Yep, Jacob Quill's kind of missing a paint scheme right now. Not quite sure what's going on there. All right.
Oh, someone just blew up. Cole Wilson just cleaned out. He cleaned house.
And around goes the 95 of Herclots as well as they spin into the grass here in Daytona. So Duel 1 has maybe like one less driver than Duel number 2. So, and there's, I think, a few more part-time drivers running in Duel number 2 than Duel number 1. So we probably will see more drivers. Oh, is there? Oh my, what?
What just happened to that guy? Oh my God.
Whoa, he's back.
Aiden Holes defies the laws of physics. What a crash.
What? We gotta look at this. What?
Oh my God.
All right, so I don't know. Is that what? I'm speechless. All right.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
So before the season started, or in our private testing, we had a similar crash with myself down the back straightaway, but that was at the old Daytona, and I had a bunch of damage before that. I have never seen a car get thrown like that, but that was hilarious.
Riding along with him. Oh my God. Oh, getting dizzy in this thing. I've never seen that before either. My God.
So when we saw that happen to me in our private testing session, I thought that would be a freak accident and we would never see this in a live race or practice or anything. But here we are.
Oh my God, are you serious? What was that? I mean, I don't even know how to explain that one at all. As Landon Johnson now rolls slowly down the back straightaway. All right, 5 minutes to go now in the warm-up session in Daytona. Of course, it's only 20 minutes because there are two dual races. We don't want to be here for a half hour each practice session. And we got lap of qualifying coming up. Of course, new super speedway rule, but
Cole Wilson, I just want to point this out. Cole Wilson just LePaged and killed a bunch of people.
That was a streak of Quill. Quill. I didn't touch him.
Jacob Quayle is in duel number 2.
Who's Quill?
Thank God we have Jacob Quayle in duel 2 and Jacob Quill in duel 1.
Sean Hillquist, you have a driver.
Yeah,
Cole, I do want to say, it looks like the CWR graphic designer kind of messed up your paint scheme. So that'll have to be a... What are you doing?
Hey, Cole Wilson, by the way, we already have a driver. And we already had a driver in this session, but all right.
No, you were just talking about your lack of ETR drivers.
No, when did I say... What? Okay.
At the start.
Tobin.
Oh,
all right.
No, he was on ETR.
Yeah, nice
hey,
try.
Ethan Trumbull.
Wow, Ethan. Wow, buddy. I see how it is, bro.
Well, technically you're on Johnson Motorsports, so.
How was your day one?
I know,
Ethan, tell us where the big pack is so we can merge into it.
Yeah, I need to find it.
Is
I don't know if there
back
is a
straight
big
away.
one.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's like 4
when is it
cars.
going into
Why
3?
is Matthew White
3
here?
and
He's
4.
in the next duel. Hey, it's
We're
the monster
going.
trio.
He's not. Cole Wilson, you are clueless tonight. Matthew White's in duel 1.
What?
What are
He's
you
in duel
talking
2,
about?
bro.
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Matthew White is with us.
Huh? No, he's not.
He is right behind us.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
Are we talking about Cole Wilson being clueless? Because I said Matthew White's in duel 1, and Cole Wilson said he was in duel 2.
Oh my God.
All right, we're all clueless.
Matthew White is right behind us. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad we can agree on that now.
All right, all Cole Wilson's fault as they head down the front straightaway. And down to the inside goes that 22 machine. Only driver
So
that's not supposed to be here is Cameron Chandler.
So Ethan, we're on the racetrack, and I'm looking around, and I don't see that big pack you were talking about.
I told you it was only 4 cars.
I don't see any pack you were talking
Now there's a
about.
pack. It's 7 cars, led by Michael Gregory, and they're coming
Okay,
up
well,
on you. They're right
Yeah, they're
there.
not too far. Cole Wilson, you're an idiot. Cole Wilson, you're an idiot. Cole Wilson, we're down the front straightaway, and you're still an idiot.
All right, Cameron Chandler. That's not very nice.
Ethan Trundler, tell your old driver that he's an idiot. Oh my God, he's making mistakes.
He hasn't been my driver since season 3. So.
Get your facts right.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's an old driver.
Pace and Lindsay tried to connect to the session, then he realized he was in Duel 2. It is kind of funny how that happens. A couple of these guys tonight I've seen.
It's not that funny.
It's hilarious.
I need
Hey.
to find some draft. I haven't drafted it in this car in like 2 years.
Oh my God, they just killed each
Oh!
other.
My God, Aiden Donahue with Ashton Miller. On his roof he goes, and now they're wrecking down the front straightaway. Oh, it's Bryce Benson hard on the wall in the 9.
We're resetting.
Cole Wilson, 4 laps later, you are still an idiot.
Let's go somewhere.
All right, 1:20 to go. Here in Daytona for Duel number 1, the warm-up session.
That was very legal. I don't know what you're talking about.
My bad, bro. I don't build them.
All right. As they once again.
Ethan, we're getting told our cars are slow.
Nice try.
No, that's what Jacob.
Jacob Quill, you said? Well, I mean, when it's a non-super speedway, we're going to be so fast. We saw Jacob run second at the Clash. Well, I mean, we're not going to talk about the reason why he ran second there after being disqualified, but oh
Yeah,
my
we put in-
goodness.
We put a nitro bottle in, bro.
Cole Wilson, oh my God, he just flipped a guy. Cole Wilson, you're paying for every single one of those cars.
All right. Oh my God, Matthew White.
Matthew White. Oh my goodness.
And yeah, Matthew White is pleading for help over the radio.
I think you
I
need
mean-
to take a look at the replay of that 7 car.
I saw it. Saw the full thing.
I mean, Cole Wilson just, oh my God.
All right, checkered flag in the air and the most unbelievable warm-up session I've ever watched. And we
even
got
Jacob
qualifying
Quill.
coming up.
Even Jacob Quill can agree that was an attack. Oh,
All right, here we go in Daytona, ready to qualify.
It's time to DQ Cameron Chandler. He is not
Yeah,
supposed to be in this duel.
He'll leave, you fat.
I don't want him in
Alright.
this duel. Get him out.
Hey,
Well,
can I get
let's
moved to
try.
the other VC with the actual people?
down.
Yep, thank God. All right, anyways, here we go. It's qualifying in Daytona for Duel number 1. We're going to have 19 drivers going for pole in this first duel here tonight. All right, Cameron Chandler, real quick, who do you have picked to win the pole?
I don't know. I don't really care. But an update on
Hey.
Aiden Holes, Greg Holes. Get out of here, Cole Wilson.
Quote from Payson Lindsay.
An update on Aiden Holes, Greg Holes. Their cars, the QM cars are
Tell
very
Ethan
sensitive.
Chandler.
Shut up.
He is a
The QM cars are very aero sensitive. So that's why he flew through the air like a piece of paper.
All right, well, hopefully
Okay.
he's able
now
to
we
be
can
all
play
right.
Cole Wilson.
Please don't. Please let him leave.
Okay, well, hold on. Oh, what do you want?
what?
What did you want?
Oh, a request from Payson Lindsay to tell Ethan Chandler he was an idiot.
I don't care anymore.
Yep, I already saw it. Anyways, as they head down the front straightaway, there, here's the 9 of Bryce Benson. So, of course, only 1 lap of qualifying here. So, used to be 2. Obviously, now just 1 lap of these super speedways. There's Benson. Here's the 95 Christian Herklotz in his first ever Cup start. Not official, unofficial Cup start, I guess you can say. We're going to officially now have 20 drivers going for pole. You're in Duel 1. And here's the 08 of Knox Thompson rolling down the front straightaway and back through 1 and 2. They got the 48. I don't know where his paint scheme is, but there's Jacob Quill. And here's the 7, Matthew White. Heading down the back straightaway. Of course, only half of the grid you're going to see in the Daytona 500 is it going to be in Duel number 1. You're going to see the rest of them in Duel 2. Here's the 40, Brandon Pfeiffer. Had a very rough clash week. We'll see if he can turn it around tonight. Ashton Miller so far top of the board. Bryce Benson is in second. Here's the 42 of Hulls. Donahue goes P2. Herklotz is 4th. Tobin is all the way down in 5th. Kind of surprising there. Across the line, Stacy is 6th. Greg Hulls all the way back in 8th after having that horrific flip in practice. Here's the 08 of Knox Thompson across the line. He will go. Matthew White is 2nd. 08 of Knox Thompson is 7th. Jacob Quill is 6th. It's so far Ashton Miller on pole position here currently. Can he hold it? Here's Juan Cobbs Jr. coming on the racetrack in the Do-Lego machine for Fat and Friends United.
Oh, man. And Juan Cobbs Jr., he is a qualifying merchant at these super speedways. Yeah, I don't think I can recall a time he started outside the top 5.
Here comes Jeremiah Gauntly in the 65, I believe now just starting his lap. He also got through 1 and 2 and actually onto the racetrack now a little bit late. I don't know if he's going to be able to complete a lap. The 97 of Axel Smith. He got the 65 Tobin. He spun around, but he already finished his lap. He's all the way down in 12th. Here comes Cole Wilson across the line. I believe just starting his lap. Not mistaken. Yeah. Cole Wilson, your defending Daytona 500 champion. Beat out Cameron Chandler by a nose last season.
Yeah, that was Mickey. We had to let him have it, though. I mean, Cole Wilson, he doesn't really do much, so we had to give him something.
He's the defending Grand National champion, but all right.
I mean, all of our sponsors for CWR would have pulled out if Cole Wilson had done nothing in his career. So, I mean, we had to give him the 500.
Jeremiah Gauntly on pole in Daytona with a minute to go. What a lap. Wow. In the 62. Juan Cobbs Jr. 4th. Beats out Aiden Donahue and Bryce Benson.
I told you, Juan Cablo.
Here's Cole Wilson across the line in the 22. And, 16th.
Man, I'm going to have to go have a talk with him. I'll be right back.
This is not very good. There's Sean Hilkich yet to make a lap here. But Jeremiah Gauntly so far on provisional pole in Daytona. Landon Johnson all the way down in 17th place. You got Pfeiffer is 9th. Christopher Lowell's qualifying in 10th. Here comes the 97, Axel Smith, all the way down to the apron with 20 seconds to go. Across the line he goes. Axel Smith is going to qualify 2nd. What a lap by the 97. P2 so far in Daytona. Trying to look on pit road. I believe that is the 81 of Sean Hilkich and nobody else on the racetrack. That is going to mean a huge upset for the driver of the 62. Jeremiah Gauntly going to be on pole in Daytona. What a lap by him.
Wow. Yeah, update on why Cole Wilson sucks. He attempted to blame the race car. That is factually incorrect. And then he tried to blame Matthew White, but Matthew White qualified in the top 3, I think. So, or top 4. So Cole Wilson is just bad and he wastes on the car.
All right. But anyways, how about this? Jeremiah Gauntly on pole tonight. All right. Anyways. Gauntly's on pole in Daytona for duel number 1 as we welcome you live to the Daytona International Speedway for the first duel race of the night. 20 drivers, half of the grid for the Daytona 500, ready to go here tonight. And we got a 30-lap race coming up as we look at the new grid camera as well. And Cameron Chandler, let's go through the top 10.
Hold on, I don't have my lineup on. But on the pole, we got Jeremiah Gauntly, and to his outside is Axel Smith. I don't think any of them have ran cup races before, so 2 new faces on the front row. We got Crash Out Miller. He got his first career win at Texas last season, and season 1 champion Matthew White. And then starting 5th, Juan Cablo Jr. It's starting 5th in the 69 Duolingo car for Fat and Friends United. To his outside, season 2 FedEx Xfinity Grand National Series champion Aiden Donahue making his return. Bryce LeBenton starting 7th, and to his outside, Cup rookie Michael Gregory. Jacob Quill and Brandon Piper will round out your top 10.
All right, that of course is then they get the rest of the top 20, the rest of the grid on the left side of your screen for duel number 1 in Daytona. Of course, half the grid, top 3 are awarded points. Jeremiah Gonley, of course, a part-time Cup Series driver. How about him on pole tonight? That is big for him. And then of course you got Axel Smith to his outside in the 97 car.
Yeah, and it sounds like Axel Smith. I don't know what he's done before, but Sean Hilkowitz is already questioning on why he's in the field. I guess they have some beef before, so that's going to be something to look out for throughout this race and the rest of the season.
I don't know when, because they were in the Axel Smith didn't make it through the heat race to advance to the main event. And of course, Sean was already locked into the main event, so I don't really know what the whole thing is going on there.
Well, Sean said in chat, who let Axel Smith in this league? So I imagine it's not from this league, but something between them has happened before.
Sean Helfbush will start 20th and last tonight as the field will roll off from Daytona. All right.
Okay, never mind.
As of course we'll go down, check pit road speed like usual. And then we'll be underway in Daytona, and they'll check their pit boxes as well. So 30 laps tonight, no halfway break. Stu's going to go down the front straightaway like usual. Do a single file down pit road for duel number 1 in Daytona. First duel of the night. Got 2 great races coming up for you tonight. Preparing for Saturday's running of the season number 5 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Daytona 500.
Hey, Ethan, I want to let you know all the drivers are angry because of the pit road pace lap.
Okay. All right, as they will make their way through 3 and 4 here in Daytona. Of course, it's day number 3 of Daytona Speed Weeks tonight. We, of course, had the IndyCar Series race under the lights at the road course. What a finish there we had there last night. Cole Wilson just gave up the win on the final lap to Richard Cherry down the front straightaway to win. They'll come to check pit road speed and check their pit boxes this time. All right. Of course, Ashton Miller here starting in 30. He has won a race last season, of course, in Texas. There's Matthew White, your Season 1 Cup Series champion, as they come down to pit road. Of course, it's a great opportunity here for drivers to score points. Top 5, or okay, yeah, top 3, of course, get points tonight. As the field will roll back onto the racetrack. Ready for this 30 lap duel number 1 at Daytona International Speedway. All right, the field once again rolls down through 1 and 2.
Okay. Quick report. I'm hearing from some guys that they were really close on fuel and they're kind of concerned, and then I hear from others that they are comfortable. So it's going to be interesting for this.
All right. Of course, we were trying to figure out the whole field situation because, real quick behind the scenes here, my AI thing was being weird and said I had 70 laps of fuel when I tried to test it out, because that's how we usually do the fuel window and all that, figure out like what percentage of fuel the cars will have. So hearing now it's going to be about 30 laps, so that's good to know.
Oh my God, Ethan, if your AI is telling you we can make 70 laps on fuel, delete it. That is not possible.
I don't really know what was going on there.
I don't think anything could make 70 laps around this track on 1 tank of fuel.
I don't know what was going on there, but doesn't matter now. It's going to be Jeremiah Gauntly and Axel Smith on the front row here in Daytona. The first ever time we will have Daytona Duels, and this is race 1 of the night. Points are on the line for the first time this season. The pace car is in. And duel number 1 for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series in Season 5 from Daytona is green and underway from the world's center of racing. Oh my God. 2 cars, 3 cars go around, and is the caution out? There's no caution?
I'm putting
Caution. I don't know why iRacing didn't throw the caution there. My goodness. Let's see what happens. I don't know how they wrecked immediately. So,
I mean, they predicted the start and were wrong, and that's what happens.
yeah, not a good way to start off in Daytona at all.
Man, big hit for Landon Johnson. He's got to hope that's not any steering damage.
It's right along with Herklotz through this accident. He was, of course, involved. It was just a big stack up. First of all, with Bryce Benson and a couple others. It's right along. Herklotz. Yeah, I don't know. That's just...
It's one of those deals.
Oh.
Some guys try to get a good start and miss time to restart, and that, especially with this car. The next gen, you could get away with it, but this car, if you mess up like that, the field will check up and someone will run into the back of each other and turn them around.
Well, that's one heck of a way to start off this race. My God. Not the way we wanted to start at all. All right. Well, we're, of course, under caution for the first time tonight in Daytona. As Axel Smith, of course, was able to hold the lead. And there is the pace car. I don't know why he's so far out. All right, so this race not going so well so far, but it's only, of course, lap 2 here in Daytona. As we got some cars already pitting. Juan Cobbs Jr. coming up pit road. Obviously, some of the cars that were involved in that accident pitting, like Bryce Benson. Benton, of course, got completely ran over there. It doesn't look like it's too damaged, though, in the 9. Just gotta hope it's not too damaged. Here comes Aiden Holes, and here comes Landon Johnson. Landon's car doesn't look too terrible from the outside, but I don't know about from the inside. There's the 95, the Gauntly back down, or sorry, Herklotz down there. So we're coming to choose this time by in Daytona. All right, well, what a kind of a dumb way to start off this race, obviously. I don't know what was going on there in the initial start. They spun the tires, then they wreck each other immediately. So, Axel Smith continues to lead in Daytona. So, trying to look on pit road. iRacing, this camera pack doesn't have good camera angles at all on pit road for whatever reason. My goodness. There's the 95 of Herklotz. He's currently sitting there, and then Juan Cobbs Jr. Everyone else has rolled off of pit road, and we will choose this time by. As the 97 of Axel Smith continues to lead from the world's center of racing.
So I'm hearing that Matthew White has received an EOL for Xfinity connection. So he'll be at the back for now, or until we can get that under control.
I mean, he was having issues with that all throughout Clash Week, so I'm not really too surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
come down the front straightaway here, coming to the choose this time by in Daytona. All cars back on the racetrack. Nobody has DNF just yet.
Okay, as I was about to say, the beef between Matthew White and Xfinity Internet is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I can tell as we come to the choose. Axel Smith going to choose low. Gauntly goes outside. Donahue goes low with his teammate Ashton Miller. As they all choose around here once again. Matthew White going to have to go to the rear of the field here. There's Christian Herklots catching back up. Same thing with Juan Cobbs Jr., who will restart in 19th. One car did not start this race. I believe it was CJ Erdman for whatever reason. So, yeah, you're hearing the reports. CJ Erdman did not pull into the racetrack for the start of this, for the green flag. So, definitely unfortunate for him. It's supposed to be our 20th starter, but obviously will not start in Duel 1. And that'll be his Daytona Duels over, who's obviously scheduled for Duel number 1 tonight. Or I'm sorry, no he wasn't. He's scheduled for Duel 2. That's the reason. All right. I thought I saw him at Duel 1, but I guess I saw wrong. Whoops. Okay. As they roll down the back straightaway. All right, let's try this again here in Daytona on lap number 5.
Sure, these guys definitely have no concern about fuel now.
Yeah, they obviously are able to save for a couple of laps under the pace laps. You should be good at the end. Of course, without this caution flag, this would have been an absolute sprint. Don't get any more yellows in this race. It would be a pretty big sprint to the end of the race. Only going to be 26 laps to go once we go back racing. Obviously, only 30 laps in this one because it is a duel. Combined tonight with the 30-lap races, combines for 60 laps, obviously. It is just over halfway the Daytona 500. All right. Here we go. Ready for the restart. Let's try this again. Hopefully we don't get too much wheel spin on this restart. And we are back to green in Daytona, this time on lap 5 in Duel number 1. To go back racing from the World's Center of Racing. Good start for Smith on the inside lane. He's got Aiden Donahue behind him. He got the 79. That's Ashton Miller lined up in 3rd on that bottom. The 62, that's Jeremiah Gauntly on the outside with Brandon Pfeiffer in the 40. So they make the way through 1 and 2 and now rocketing down the backstretch here in Daytona.
And Donahue's backed up to the back bumper of the 79. He's going to be looking to make a move to the outside. There he goes.
He's there. Side by side for the lead. And he's got Ashton Miller, his teammate, coming with him on the outside lane, and Jeremiah Gauntly in that 65 lined up there as well.
Aiden's clear, but he's going to want to try to bring the 79 of Miller behind him. I was just talking to him a moment ago. He said that the plan is to stay up front the whole race, and already he's taking command of the race. 1-2 for the Sotom cars.
As they push each other clear on the bottom lane, and they now lead in Daytona. As we head to lap number 6, first green flag lap complete. We got 4 cars kind of pulling away on the inside lane, single file to get the 65. Davian Tobin on the bottom. Outside is now led by the 62, Jeremiah Gauntly, your pole sitter. Aiden Donahue continues the lead down the back straightaway.
Yeah, you got the 4-car breakaway. This is something you'll see with these cars side by side. The side draft effect is absolutely huge. But now they sorted it out. Big tap on the outside.
Yeah, Benton's going to have to try to go down to the low side in front of Knox Thompson in that 08 car. Nearly a bit of a collision. Pfeiffer going to get down low as well as they head down the front straightaway. There's the 62 of Gauntly trying to get in line. Single file now, about first 10 or so cars. Benton now goes outside in front of Christopher Lowell. Got the 5 of Michael Gregory lined up on the outside as well. Cole Wilson trying to make a bit of a run happen as they go down the back straightaway. Matthew White lined up there in 8th. 3 wide almost for a second as they head down the back straightaway. Cole Wilson not having the race he won so far. Started in the back in 16th and currently runs there. Already single file.
These guys single file. Cole Wilson has no friends around him right now. He needs to find a way to work with someone to get up through the field, or just hope someone starts racing. But so early in this race, I think we're going to see them ride single file for quite a while.
Aiden Donahue, though, leads in Daytona. Ashton Miller second. Axel Smith up in 3rd. Of course, you don't want to mess up your car too much. Obviously, you're going to run this car for the Daytona 500. You don't want to go to the backup car or anything. Now Benson actually going to the outside. He's going to fall back in line. Now Christopher Lowell might be left out to dry on the top. You got a car pulling in line. That's Jacob Quill. Missing his paint scheme tonight for some reason. And now you got Matthew White going to go with him on the top.
They got no one behind him, though. That inside will start surging again. I expect to see Quill duck in front of his teammate. But here comes Axel Smith looking to the outside. He'll think better of it and duck back in line.
Smith, of course, runs third behind the teammates from Showtime Motorsports, Miller and Aiden Donahue. As they once again head down this front straightaway, there's Jacob Quill pushing on his affiliated teammate, the 65 at Tobin. Tobin's got his real teammate, the 81 of Sean Hilkwich, down there on the low side. Still early in this Daytona duel.
And outside's not getting the big runs we used to see with the old packets in the next gen, but they're still climbing a little bit to the outside of Andrew Stacy now. Tobin needs to get a little bit closer, though, to the inside lane, get a little bit more of the side draft effect, and that really will drag him back.
Of course, oh my goodness, Andrew Stacy got out of line there for a second. He was kicked out of Grand National Series practice yesterday for unnecessary actions, I guess we'll call it, yesterday in that session. Tobin now leads the outside lane with Jacob Quill behind him. Matthew White lined up in third place.
Still nobody in the top 5 looking to make a move, but here comes Hilkowitz. He got a huge run on Stacy. He'll look to the outside. Axel Smith will go up with him.
Smith there up the block as they head back through 3 and 4 again here in Daytona. Oh, he's going to get to his bumper. He's going to try to give him a shove. Obviously, the pre-race comments weren't too nice to Axel Smith from Sean Hilkwich. And now, look at Miller and Donahue up there to block as well. Oh, Miller puts a... Oh, man. Good thing Axel Smith lifted there.
Yeah, Miller almost got split. Had to kind of terrorize Axel Smith there. No better word for that move. Somehow they all survived, though. But here comes Stacy looking to the inside for the lead.
Yeah. The 62-year pole sitter Gauntlet on the bottom. Then he got third place in line, Brandon Piper in the 40 car. As
and
they
look
head,
at the push from Miller.
Ashton Miller shoving his teammate down the back straightaway once again. And he's going to get clear, maybe 2 or 3, almost even 4 cars. And they're going to go back down to the low side. What a move by those two.
That's partially from what I was talking about with the side draft. You saw Aiden Donahue. He got right on the outside, the right quarter panel of Andrew Stacy, really dragged back that inside lane, and Ashton Miller with a huge shove to Donahue pushed them out about 4 car lengths ahead.
Now Smith going to go to the outside in front of Sean Hilkwich. Funny how these things work. Trash talk before the race, and now they're working together. Outside, though, look at Donahue bailing on his teammate for a minute, and he's going to go high with the 97 of Smith.
And Donahue's in trouble now. Smith is it's only a matter of time before he makes the move. Has Hilkwich behind him. I don't see a way, even with the smack talk before the race, I don't see a way Hilkowitz doesn't go with him. 1 car back through the field, though, taking it 3 wide through the middle.
And look at Matthew White there, 3 wide middle as well, with Michael Gregory and almost making contact with Jacob Quill. And now for the lead. To the inside goes the 97 of Smith on Aiden Donahue. Donahue no help on the outside lane. And Axel Smith trying to take the lead away in Daytona.
He'll easily get clear, but here comes Matthew White with a big run on the outside. He's going to almost take the Aiden Donahue 3 wide.
Look at this 3 wide action behind them as well, as Donahue getting shoved by his former teammate. Matthew White up on the top, and now Ashton Miller going to go up there as well. Gregory also lined up on the outside lane. Inside now, losing a bit of momentum. Oh my goodness, there he goes! How did he save it?
How about that?
Whoa! I don't really know how, and they all saved it. We keep it green. Matthew White now has the lead. To the outside goes Ashton Miller. Not a single car actually wrecked, and we are still green in Daytona.
I have no idea how Aiden Donahue hung on to that race car. He's out the draft now, but for the most important part, that car is still alive, and if he gets a caution, he's right back in this race. How about that from the 82?
Oh my God, he was dead sideways. I thought he was about to collect about 10 cars. Somehow, he doesn't, and we stay green.
Man, what a block on Bryce Benson from the to the 81. Got to the inside, kind of got juked out though. That outside lane though, they are falling back quick.
Yes, they are. Once again, down through 3 and 4. Obviously, everyone trying to recover from that Aiden Donahue scare that they just had. Axel Smith now still working with the 81 of Sean Hilkers. Will actually go down to the bottom for now. And you got the 96 of Andrew Stacy trying to get to the bumper of Matthew White. They head down the front straightaway, 16 laps to go in duel number 1.
There's Bryce Benton and Sean Hilkowitz now trying to make the outside lane work. Kind of stalled out their run.
Yeah, you might as well use one to save your stuff right now. Well, except for Matthew White, because he's going to the outside now. Or Michael Gregory. Let's see if he has help. He does.
All right, somebody broke into the booth. My God. Now Ashton Miller going to go to the outside as they head door to door once again through 3 and 4 here in Daytona.
Waiting for big push from Coyle. He should get clear down the front straightaway. Looks like he is.
There's that 48 of Jacob Quill on the bumper of the 7 of Matthew White, and they're both going to maybe move down. Yes, they are in front of Ashton Miller. Of course, new leader, he's clear. That's the 7 of Matthew White. Now look at the 97 of Smith.
Looked like he had a moment for a second. He moved up the racetrack a little bit, and that's something we'll see with this new race car. It's not like the Xfinity car truck, ARCA Gen 7. This car will start to get loose or tight on you throughout the run. So these guys, on top of making sure they get up to the front and stay there, they got to make sure they hang on to their tires, make smart moves, and can't do it stupid aggressive.
Yeah, you basically cannot be a crazy cow with this car. You gotta be smart with how you take the runs and everything, and also with the side draft, it is really strong. Going to the outside of, as we see the Jacob Coyle kind of just doing like kind of the simulation, quote unquote, of going to the outside. You get a lot of power with the side draft, and this car is really strong. So
Bryce Benton was a little bit loose there in the 9 in front of the 3 of Christopher Lowell.
Bryce seems desperate to make his way through the field. He's been taking every single run he gets, hasn't gotten the help, and then just absolutely cuts off the guy, whoever's behind him, to get back in line. Somehow he hasn't caused an accident from it, but it's only a matter of time if he keeps doing it that aggressively.
Obviously, the only top drivers that get points are the top 3 finishing positions. Currently, that would be Matthew White, Jacob Quill, and Ashton Miller getting points.
Oh, everyone lost up the racetrack. I thought for a second they were going to leave Matthew White out to dry. They all stick back in line. I think it's time. Never mind. Axel Smith has told Hilkowitz to make a move.
And there goes Cole Wilson to the outside. Yeah. Anyone go with? Yeah, Piper goes with him, but we're going to need more help than that.
We haven't seen Cole Wilson all race long. He's been sitting around at the back because he doesn't know how to drive a race car. But wow. I guess he finally figured out what the gas pedal is, and he's trying to make his way through the field.
Well, that is on
look at Miller.
From Kevin Chandler, here comes 3rd place.
Oh,
yeah, Matthew White. That Miller's going to have nothing of it. Actually, he'll slot back in line now, all over the back bumper of the 7.
Ashton Miller pushing Matthew White back into 3 and 4. On the bottom they go. There's the 5 of Michael Gregory behind them, and then they get the 96 of Andrew Stacy.
Here comes Bryce Benton and Cole Wilson. They're slowly climbing on the outside. Here comes Gregory.
Oh!
Almost blocked him.
My goodness. They head back through 1 and 2.
Outside lost a lot of momentum for that move by Gregory. Slowly working their way back up, though. They're to the outside of the 5.
Here's the 9 of Benton. They're trying to go side by side with that 5 of Michael Gregory.
Here comes Miller. He fakes the move. He's to the inside. Matthew White still can block it off.
11 laps to go in Daytona for duel number 1, and it might start to get wild in a minute.
Let's see, Gregory's clear. Let's see if he makes the move.
Of course, we looked at real quick. I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but Aiden Donahue was back there in a group of about 3 or so cars. Obviously all by himself after that huge save, but Bryce Benton now working down on the low side. You got Jacob Quill in that 48, the 22. There's Cole Wilson. Oh, my goodness, Piper. Oh.
Big push from Hilkowitz to Piper. Almost turned him around.
Of course, we had that lap 1, not even lap 1, lap 0 caution. No yellow since then. We're coming to 10 to go in Daytona in duel number 1.
See, one of these guys on the inside lane, they got to make a move. At this point, they're starting. You're at the time you have to get to the front, or else you lose your opportunity to win the race. Bryce Benton now has the outside. Jesus Christ, the outside's now 5th to the outside of Benton.
There's Cole Wilson up there as well. Help from Brandon Piper. Sean Hilquich up on the outside. And then you got Andrew Stacy maybe looking to make a move. He's going to go back down low. Cole Wilson.
They're gonna be careful with the collision, otherwise they're gonna wreck.
Everyone abandoned the outside. Nobody's friends with Cole Wilson. He'll go to the back. So is Piper. Jacob Crow, he's looking to the outside now. He wants to go.
Oh, he almost gets moved up there a little bit by Jeremiah Gauntly in the 65-year pole sitter, and he's going to have to fall back in line behind that 62. Now look at Ashton Miller, almost dropping outside. He's got Michael Gregory on his bumper, pushing behind Matthew White in the 7. Matthew White, of course, such a great super speedway racer, such a great driver all around at any different type of racetrack. Look at Jacob Quill up to the outside, and that's his affiliated teammate, the 81 of Sean Hilquich. He'll go high now.
Yeah, it's time to go for the 48 of Quill. See if anyone else goes with him. He doesn't have much help.
There's Stacy.
Stacy comes up.
Still 8 laps to go. There is some time to make stuff happen, but you don't want to wait till maybe the final lap, because then if you're running, what, like 7th, 8th, that could be the end of your chances. Matthew White trying to control this race to the end. Wants to score good points. Obviously, the winner getting 5 points tonight. Second getting 3. Third getting just 1 in these duels.
And Matthew White has got a great ally in Ashton Miller throughout these last 10 or so laps. And now as we come towards the end, he's not going to have any friends. Nobody's going to have any friends.
Yeah, Miller is not in the same VC as Matthew. He's actually in a VC of Michael Gregory. So I'd expect them two to work together over Matthew and try to win this race. But either way, Miller still is a pretty loyal teammate. He'll try not to.
Oh, Andrew Stacy! What a save!
What a save!
What a save!
My God, with the 3 wide Benton, you got to try to merge back on the racetrack. He will do it. I think he will safely for the most part, but they are still. Oh, there they go. Davy and Tobin, and he'll wreck in front of Brandon Piper, who's in the wall. Then Knox Thompson gonna slam into them, and the caution is out with 7 laps to go in Daytona. Somehow, not more cars involved in that one.
Yeah, that was an incredible save by Andrew Stacy in the American Airlines machine there. Just let's see what happened here.
Yeah, so of course we're gonna first look at Stacy there in the 65. Oh, he got loose anyways, and then Jacob Quill almost finished him off. Somehow he saves the race car. Then Benton trying to merge back up. It was just, there was bound for something to happen. Then watch here, the 65. Gauntly got him a little bit, and then comes from Benton. Cole Wilson almost gets involved, and then he goes around nearly, and then Brandon Piper hits the wall a little bit, and Knox Thompson gets a piece of it as well. It's right along, I think, with Piper through this accident. See what he sees. Caution is out with 6 laps to go. Yeah, there they go. There they went. Try to keep it outside, try to pick a good lane, and then just nowhere to go. Into the wall he goes. Not terrible damage, I don't think, but definitely will not help.
Thought for a second maybe his right front is broken, but it looks like it's still, everything's still up. He should be fine.
Yeah, it's just Benton. I don't know. I think the 62 could have definitely given the 65 a little bit more room. Benton was definitely coming up the racetrack, but that's what we saw.
Just an unfortunate set of circumstances. Benton had to come back up on the racetrack, and it all just got a little bit tight. Everyone kind of got tight into that corner, trying to give each other room, and just ran out of space.
And now your leader, Matthew White. 6 laps to go. I don't expect anyone to pit here.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
Jeremiah Gauntly, I believe, has retired from this race, your pole sitter. So you'll be our first retirement. What a big, we're going to talk about this real quick. A big break for Aiden Donahue. And we might have some cars pitting. Maybe Piper involved in the crash. Same thing with Tobin. And Sean Hilquich. Wow. No, he's going to stay. Knox Thompson coming, who's also involved in the crash. And that's going to give maybe like 3 or 4 spots to Donahue. So he's back in the race. we're going to restart with 3 to go. Oh, that's all right. Of course, drivers on pit road right now. There they are, 4 or 5 of them. Trying to repair some damage. Christian Harklotz as well. He will roll off the 95 car. There's the 40 of Brandon Pfeiffer. There's that 08 of Knox Thompson. You also got the 65 of Davian Tobin. And here comes Tobin in the 65 once again off. So should be coming to the choose this time by. Under the caution, second time in duel number 1. As they roll down the back straightaway. All right, well, it's been a pretty wild race. We've had some incredible saves, and obviously it finally went down to the end there. We've had our first caution of the day brought out, or a second caution of the day. I guess you could say the first caution of the day was before lap 1. It was technically on lap 0, but I don't know. As Matthew White continues to work this field, as we'll come back to the shoes this time by. So we're only going to have 3 to go once to go back racing here. So we'll see how this all plays out to the end, where everybody's going to choose.
Oh. Gregory and Miller choose opposite lanes. I would have thought they would go behind each other.
All right. Sorry about that. We're back here. Obviously, you saw the choose. And so it's going to be Matthew White and Ashton Miller on the front row. Gregory going to be behind that 7 car of White for the restart. And you got the 96 of Andrew Stacy back there as well, up on the outside here. What a save by Stacy. This is going to put him right back in the race here with 3 laps to go. Obviously, like I said, top 3 get points. Who's going to score them? Can Matthew White hold on for the win as well?
I definitely think it's interesting. I mean, I get it from Gregory to go behind White, but you're working with Miller. I would have thought they'd choose behind each other, try to get a good push and push by on the outside. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see this restart, though.
Yes, it is. We're going to have a side-by-side restart between Matthew White and Ashton Miller at the front row once again here in Daytona. 3 laps to go in duel number 1. Of course, got
Don't
duel
count
number
out the 48 of Jacob Quill. He's
Yeah.
in 5th. He'll be lurking. And Donahue, too. He's not far back either.
I said, yeah, good break this caution flag for Aiden Donahue. And made it up some spots on the choose cone. So, of course, duel number 2 coming up right after this, but we got still a duel number 1 to finish up with 3 laps to go in Daytona. We are going to decide this one. Here we go. Can Matthew White hold on? Or will anyone else have a say at this race win? It's going to be all or nothing. All right. Points are available for the top 3 positions. Pace car is in. Matthew White, Ashton Miller are going to lead this field back to the green flag with 3 laps remaining in duel number 1 in Daytona. Good start for Matthew White. Obviously at a super speedway, you want to get too clear, but now Miller going to drop down low into line on the bottom.
Gregory might have tried to let him slot in behind him, behind White. Gregory's going to be about clear off of turn 2.
Gregory trying to maybe go outside. He's going to stay behind Miller for now. He is not quite clear on Andrew Stacy heading down this back straightaway. Outside, trying to get a push. That's the 97 of Smith to the bumper of Stacy. Back to 3 and 4.
Here comes the inside, though. Gregory's now clear. Let's see if Miller makes the move.
Oh, Andrew Stacy! Are there
Save it
5
again.
wide? Maybe for a second. They're 4 wide still. Oh,
Yeah,
2 to go. Oh, my
Donahue got
goodness.
put in the wall. More cars are on the apron. Somehow they survived for now.
Oh, my. There's still 3 wide, though. My goodness. How did they not wreck? What a save by everybody. Donahue in the wall. He's fallen back. Now up front, top 3 are clear. You got Jacob Quill running in 4th, heading down this back straightaway. My God, what a save by everybody there.
And now here comes the 48 and the 9 and the 22. These guys are going to have a huge run coming down the front straightaway.
There's single file most of the field, but we're coming to the white flag this time by with Matthew White trying to hold on. Coming to 1 to go in Daytona. Look at the 48 of Jacob Quill to the outside. Nobody goes with him, but Bryce Benson, no, I don't know. Final lap.
Man, I have no idea why Bryce didn't make that move, but here comes Quill, pushed by Wilson.
Jacob Quill, a big shove coming to the outside lane from the 22 of Cole Wilson as they head back through 1 and 2 for the final time, though Quill gets loose, heading down the back straightaway.
Miller's tucked all the way underneath the back bumper of that 7 car. I believe he is gonna try to push him home. Let's see what Jacob Quill does. He has Cole Wilson with the top 2.
Final time through 3 and 4. Points on the line for the top 3. The winner is on the line. And Matthew White races through 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming to the checkered flag, Ashton Miller looks low in the bottom. Here they come to the line, side by side. Miller's going to win it. What a finish.
That? 1 car is spinning across the line. Christopher Lowe, he gets slammed by Landon Johnson. But how about that? The 79 of Ashton Miller will win Duel 1.
Times it perfectly. My goodness. Photo finish at the line.
Yeah, he took really good advantage of that side drive we were talking about before and just takes the checker flag to win Duel number 1.
Wow. That was impressive by Ashton Miller. What a victory for the 79 car. He will take home 5 points. Matthew White finishes second. He'll take home, of course, the 3 points. And Jake Quill going to end up in 3rd place. He will take home that singular point to start off his season. What a win by Ashton Miller. And he timed it absolutely perfectly to beat Matthew White at the line. What a finish in Daytona. And Ashton Miller, your race winner of Duel number 1.
Oh, we got some tempers. Knox Thompson and Andrew Stacy, they are screaming at each other.
All right. Stacy finished 8th. Thompson finished all the way down in his 18th. And Donahue got pretty destroyed there at the end. We're going to have to take a look at what happened on the final lap. Ashton Miller will burn it down. What a win in Daytona. And there is his teammate Aiden Donahue to come congratulate him on the victory. Donahue ended up finishing 15th in the race.
Oh my God, we gotta get a word of Knox Thompson and Andrew Stacy. They are absolutely going at it, and I'm not even gonna lie, Knox Thompson is cooking up Stacy right now.
Well, we'll see in a minute. The infamous black Jack Daniels cars wins under the lights in Daytona. We know what that car did with Clint Boyer back in 2007. Rolling down the front straightaway here. But all right, post-race interviews coming up for Duel number 1 in Daytona. What a race. What a finish. Ashton Miller takes victory in an incredible finish there at the end. All right. So we'll have, of course, post-race interviews coming from Daytona International Speedway. First of all, gonna be your race winner, Ashton Miller in the 79 car. Ashton Miller, what a win. What a perfectly timed move for you guys. So, of course, pushing Matthew White final time down in the 3 and 4. You beat him by about half a car length. Take me through that move and how it worked out for you guys in the final lap here.
I mean, yeah, when we saw Jacob Quill and all of them start checking up, and then we got to run, I knew I was going to have to push Matt. It was going to have to be him, or if I went side by side in the back straightaway, I was going to plan to. It's going to be game over. But, I mean, it was a long shot. I didn't think it was going to work, but hell, what a move, honestly. I was not expecting it to work. I'm going to be real honest.
I mean, what a start for your Speed Weeks, obviously, trying to win the Daytona 500. I mean, it's been a pretty good A couple of races here in the Cup Series after winning the second to last race of the season last season in Texas, and now you win your dual race in Daytona. I mean, how are things going? Obviously, great start to the year for you guys, even getting 5 extra bonus points for this win.
I mean, yeah, honestly, hopefully those 5 points can benefit us in the long run. But I'm just happy we made a statement. We came to Daytona. We started the new season with a statement, and I'm happy about that.
All right, big congratulations, Ashton, on the victory in your dual race. And, of course, coming up later, the Daytona 500 this week. And, of course, we will see you, I believe, in the next Cup Series practice session coming later this week for the Daytona 500s.
All right, thank you.
That was your winner, Ashton Miller. What an impressive victory it was for him. All right. Cameron, do you want to do some interviews, or do you want me to do them?
Do we have to go in order? Because I want to go talk to Knox Thompson.
It's you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So Knox Thompson, you got involved in an incident with Andrew Stacy and several other people on the last restart. Talk me through it and what your issue is with Andrew Stacy.
Everything. He intent wrecked the field at yesterday at IndyCar, and he's also like wrecked half the field in most of the races he's in. I'm done with it. He just thinks that iRacing's a game just because he races road cars in real life. I'm tired of it.
All right. So yeah, it seems like this beef has been going on for a while. Can we expect to see it in the 500 or Xfinity or ARCA races future on, or are you gonna try to solve it now?
I'm not gonna do anything, but he always somebody has to stand up to it eventually. It's almost every week. Every week he's involved in some sort of incident, and the only argument he has is basically either I'm a go-kart racer or their balls hasn't dropped. So I guess that's what they got to do. I guess to keep status. I guess.
All right, Knox. I'm sorry for what happened, but good luck in the. You're doing Xfinity, right?
Yeah, I'm full-time Xfinity.
Okay, so yeah, good luck in Xfinity and in the 500 later this week.
Thank you.
Yep, Knox Thompson, he ain't a happy camper right now.
Oh, absolutely not. And I don't really know what happened. I mean, Ethan Trumler is clueless right now and hasn't showed a replay.
We will in about a second.
Yeah.
Give us a minute.
The FedEx camera crew is currently trying to figure it out. I'm trying to decide who we want to talk to next. Matthew White doesn't like to speak to the camera, but we'll talk to Jacob Quill. Jacob Quill almost wrecked to come into 2 to go and had a big run on the last lap, but just couldn't make it happen. What more could you have needed on the last lap?
I mean, I needed Andrew Stacy to not have Axel Smith's hand up his ass. That's what I needed, but he doesn't know, what Carlo means. So that's what I needed.
Okay, so well, even with all the struggles, you still came together, got a decent finish here. I don't think you're full-time Cup, are you?
No, I am.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you got a few extra points going into the 500. How does that help you for Saturday, and what do you expect there?
Well, if it's anything to pick tonight, you gotta watch out and stay away from Andrew Stacy. But other than that, it really sets us up really good. Daytona's a track where anything can happen, obviously, and try and maximize points on the weekend is always a good thing to do on a super speedway.
All right. Thank you, Jacob, and good luck Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, Andrew Stacy has finally joined the interview box, so we're gonna go speak to him because good golly, this is Aston Miller, but good golly, he has several people mad at him. Oh shoot, I brought him to the wrong thing. Okay, Andrew Stacy, you were involved in an incident coming to 2 to go. You have several people absolutely fuming with you. What happened?
It was just a racing incident with me and Axel Smith. I went a bit more higher, and he was side drafting the inside line. I was trying to get a run coming to the line. Yeah, I know I do have a lot of people mad at me, but to be honest, I don't really care. I've gotten tired. I'm tired of just sitting there and doing nothing. I'm pulling a Payson Lindsay card right now. I'm gonna start racing like him, and I'm gonna, he's gonna be like my little mentor. I don't know why Knox Thompson's mad though. He wasn't even involved in the incident. He was last car to finish on the lead lap. So Pretty nice. Fine with top 10 finish. I mean, I didn't expect anything better. But yeah, we'll move into Daytona.
So, yeah, you got into a few incidents here. You got the 500 Saturday. I'd assume you're doing every other race too. But you have pretty much no friends with you after whatever happened tonight. So how do you feel that's going to affect you, and how are you going to work around that?
It won't. It won't affect me at all. I would just race like I normally race.
Okay, so and Goat Stacy, unaffected from all the people angry with him. Do you mind telling me who else you were arguing with so we can go have a word with them too?
Pretty much Knox Thompson, and then yeah, that was basically it. Except like Sean Hokelwitz was just trying to de-escalate the situation, which W for him. But yeah, that's about it. But,
Okay.
Yeah, Knox Thompson gets better than me. He can talk. That's one thing. That's one thing. He can talk when he gets better than me.
Okay. Any other comments?
I'm winning the 500.
Okay. Yeah, nice try. So that's Andrew Stacy. Let's go talk to the fourth place finisher, Cole Wilson. Now, Cole Wilson was absolutely fuming. I mean, this guy doesn't know how to drive a race car. Couldn't find the gas pedal, but after they wrecked twice, and he was pushing Jacob Quill, somehow found a way to get to fourth. Now, Cole Wilson, why were we so slow today, and how did we back into a
No. I'm not done complaining, that's for sure. This car is the worst package I have ever driven on iRacing. It is unbelievable. You can't even race. You can't move through the pack. It's gridlock. The leader can lead every single lap, and then we'll get just slingshotted on the last lap, and there's no chance to win, as you saw with Matthew White. Like I said, it's so easy to lose the draft. If you fall like 0.5 seconds back, you lose it, and it's awful. It's unbelievable.
Like a skill issue.
Yeah, I was about to say, this all sounds like a skill issue. I mean, Matthew White
No.
gave himself an ear well and still drove to the front of the field and almost won the race. So
he had
I
to
don't
wreck it
understand.
and done to do it.
He was still in second. So I don't understand what your issue was. You couldn't find the gas pedal. I'm sure several other people drove through the field. I think Quill was back there with you too, and he still got up there before you. So
I'm the reason he got up there. I pushed him up there, and then guess what? The package, I'm on his bumper. I planned on pushing him to the win. I'm on his bumper, on the backstretch, going into turn 3. I'm on his bumper. We go into turn 3. I'm right on his bumper. Oh, I'm falling back. How am I falling back? I'm full throttle. We're both in draft. I'm falling back. And my run dies. It dies. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, still at the end of the day, this sounds like a Cole Wilson skill issue. So, Cole Wilson, next time, drive your car faster, and you are fat.
This package is awful. Duel 2 is gonna suck.
Okay, I don't care for what Cole Wilson has to say anymore.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, absolute fruit he is. I mean, anyway, who else can we go talk to? Bryce Benton. Now, Bryce Benton, we saw you trying to get through the field several times, had a little bit of struggles, made some aggressive moves to get back in line. How did you think of your first race in the Gen 4 at a plate track?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting, really momentum based, and I kind of figured it out after like the first 10 laps that the top was going to be kind of hard to use. I figured out that you just really need to get your momentum up before you actually go up there. It's not like the next gen where you can just go up there and it might work. And yeah, it's definitely it was interesting. But yeah, I was really beating myself up about coming to the white. I should have went to the top, and I don't know what I was thinking in the moment to just stay on the bottom, and that cost me multiple positions. So that was really dumb from me, but yeah, I mean, I guess just gave me some information for the 500, I guess.
You talk about the 500, the information of that you gained from the duels. What's your game plan now for the 500, and yeah, how do you plan to execute it?
Yeah, I mean, first thing is just avoiding wrecks, but second thing is probably just getting a good quality. I mean, I guess for the 500 it doesn't matter as much as it did here, but I feel like quality did matter quite a bit here just because it's such a short race. But yeah, I think first thing is just to avoid the wrecks, and second, try to be up pro at the end, and third, just try to get a good quality because that always helps. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do in the 500.
All right. Good luck Saturday, and yeah, good luck.
Yep. Also, you too.
Oh, I accidentally cut him off. God, I don't want to interview. Richard Sherry, do you want to take over?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know where you want to pick up.
I don't know. Are we not going by order?
That's what I was, but there's too many names to read off, and I don't feel like doing all that.
I don't
I
know.
think it's Aiden Holes. Get Aiden Holes.
Yeah, get him on the help.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it. My bad.
Oh. So Aiden Holes, how was your race?
Well, we're doing fine. CJ was spotting for me, but turns out he doesn't know how to stay with the car. Went to go watch the race up front and didn't tell me Aiden Donahue was wrecking, and kind of ass-packed him. Well, that was fine. We ran fine whole round. Got back to 11th, I think. So I mean, it wasn't too bad.
So how much does this race really help you? Because if we consider how the format and everything, this is more kind of a practice race for the 500. How much does this help you for Saturday?
I mean, I don't think it's just gonna help me a lot with the drafting. We found out you got to have at least 3 cars to make a line work at all. Makes like 5 with the pack. So I mean, the draft's really gonna be bad because the super speedway cars can't really work with this. So, it's just iRacing made the package worse with the new update, and it's been awful. So.
All right. Well, those are the words from Aiden Holes, and we wish you a good luck for throughout the rest of Speed Weeks.
I appreciate it.
God, Ethan, why do we have to interview every single driver?
I mean, you can pick out like a couple more sessions.
Let's go.
We're going up in 1 minute here in Daytona.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm grabbing Aiden Donahue. Now, Aiden Donahue, you led a good chunk of the first part of the race, but got turned around by Matthew White. I still don't know how you saved the race car. What were you thinking at that point in time?
Well, I thought I was gone. Thought I was a goner, but no, I saved it. I can't stand being doing everything right and then getting turned. Well, he didn't turn me. It was weird. I watched it. It just bad bumper hookage. But the luck at super speedways needs to change. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, you've had a lot of bad luck here. Think back season 3, you got turned around by, I think, your own teammate. And
while
then,
leading.
While leading. And then you raced last season, right? I don't know what happened then. But
I just didn't have enough time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But you still led a good chunk of laps. You're gonna have a lot more teammates working with you in the 500. What's the game plan there? Are we gonna try to stay up front again, or are we gonna try something else?
I don't know. I feel like my game of waiting till the big one happens is kind of redundant and pretty useless, because if you wait and it doesn't happen, then you're just gonna finish 20th. But if you go for it, and there's a chance to wreck, so I don't really know. I guess it just depends on qualifying or wherever we line up in the field or whatever. If I'm in the back, then I might wait. But if I'm halfway in the middle of the field, then I'm probably just gonna try and go forward.
Man, I do hope your luck turns around. Well, I don't really hope your luck turns around too much.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Points now, but hopefully for you, your luck turns around, and good luck Saturday.
Yeah, I'll see you then, buddy.
Okay. Rich Shiri, I don't know if you want to interview one more person, but I'm done.
One more person, yeah. So, Brennan Hunsaker, how was your race?
What?
What? Oh, wow! Why is he here?
I'm in.
Well, how do you feel for the race?
I feel pretty good. I feel good. Yeah. I mean, it's Daytona.
Good to hear.
Fred actually just woke up from his nap. He was in the hauler sleeping for the entirety of Duel 1.
Yeah,
He
man.
didn't get
I
what
would.
happened.
I don't know what happened in Duel 2. Not in Duel 2. Duel 2. Duel 1. All I heard was that Knox Thompson was
Angry.
fuming.
He was
Fuming
angry.
after the race.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Richard Cherry's clueless.
Yep. Steve Jobs said it best. Stay clueless.
Actually, oh wait, we could bring in Christopher Law. You want to talk to him?
Yeah. So, Christopher, how was your race?
Yo, it was pretty good. It was pretty good till the end. There.
Yeah, we saw you had really strong words towards Bryce Benton. What happened there, from your point of view?
I don't know. I just saw it. I was just being rammed from behind. I don't know by Bryce Benton. I don't know where his brake pedal is, but I mean, I don't know why he did that. He just wrecked me, and he only let off after he hit me. I don't know what his plan was there, but it's pretty yeah, it's pretty questionable.
Oh man. Like questionable motorsports. I know you like those guys.
So how much? The same question I asked. I don't remember which driver now. I forgot. I'm clueless. How much does this race help towards the 500? Because you could say basically that this dual race is basically practice towards 500, especially for the part-timers.
Yeah, I'm a part-timer, so this has no effect on me really. I just wanted to get a good finish, and it didn't go too well. Because I was gonna get 7th place probably, but it didn't happen. This race doesn't really matter for me.
Well, those are the words of the 3-car, Christopher Lowell, and wish you the best of luck for the rest of Speed Weeks.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
All right, and we, of course, now a little bit of the break is over. We are live for Duel number 2. Thank you guys, of course, for the interviews, and we are ready to go here tonight for Duel 2 in Daytona from the Daytona International Speedway. Of course, Duel 1 was wild. What are we going to see in our second duel tonight?
Now, I got a question for you, Ethan Schrummler. Why the hell is Brody Webster in my duel?
Because he is
in the duel.
Oh my god. Yeah, duck and hide,
This
Brady Unsicker. If it's true, I don't know if you're facing this one too. Run and hide. Brody Webster is out, and he will be. Oh, I can't say it. I said that word before, but I'm not gonna say it again.
All right, but cars on the racetrack for the warm-up session on Duel number 2 here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Here we go.
Hey Ethan, let's make sure to use the correct pictures of my paint scheme. You know.
All right. Then maybe you should have posted it like less than an hour before.
I did.
Less than an hour before the. No. Okay.
Maybe you should have waited 10 minutes before you made the Instagram post, man.
I make them like 8 hours before. So
Yeah. Excuses, man. You posted it at 6:20 p.m.
I
uploaded the picture at 6:30.
It sounds like to me, Ethan Schindler should be fired as the social media director. Let's hire CJ Erdman.
Ethan Chandler, Carlos Ortiz wants to join the booth. Do we let him?
Not if he's racing, no.
Who?
Carlos Ortiz.
No, not if he's racing, then no. That means Cameron Chandler needs to leave.
I need to leave. Oh my
I'm going back to my team radio.
Yeah, bring me with you.
All right. But cars, of course, on the racetrack for the warm-up session in Duel number 2 from the World Center Racing. Of course, you have your second half of the Daytona 500 field for this Saturday. And we ride along with Sean Rowe in the 20 car right now as he heads down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Sean Rowe here on the last couple races in both series last season, and he really has a lot of speed. Let's see what he can do now this season.
Yeah, of course, full-time with Ethan Schindler Racing. He's a Cup Series rookie and probably one of the most stout Cup rookies in the field. Oh, Cameron Chandler getting turned around.
That ain't car.
In front of Ortiz in the 29. Of course, filling in for Richard Cherry.
Yeah. Now we gotta pay the bills for that car.
Clearly, and there's the 09 of John Butler down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 here. There's Zane Rahman. And here is your winner of the Clash, Jacob Malone, rolling on the racetrack course as well, doing the Daytona 500 for ETR this year. And what a clash when he had last week at USA Speedway. And will be in tonight's duel.
Really, you can tell he's really aggressive behind the wheel of that car, but he's really fast too. When he gets the perfect day, he's obviously always one of the contenders to win races, that's for sure. And when he gets the perfect day, he usually wins. But this season has people like Caden. In some races, going to be Ortega too. Jacob Malone is also running the Grand National schedule, so he's going to have Ortega as his teammate. So it's going to be an interesting battle, especially now with the full season points format.
Yeah, of course. And there he is on the outside lane. You're defending NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion from season number 4. It is Braden Hunsicker in the 77 car. He, of course, is back. Once again for Highline Motorsports. His teammate Matthew White was in duel 1. Obviously just got beat by Ashton Miller there at the line, so Braden going to have to try to get some redemption for that organization. As they head down the front straightaway once again in Daytona. There's Carlos Ortiz in the 29 car. Going to be hard not to say Rich Cherry, but Rich Cherry up here in the booth with me right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see. I'm gonna say my own car there out there in the field, but what an opportunity for Carlos Ortiz. He's really strong at this type of tracks. He he led the most laps last season in the Grand National race, but got caught up in the late race for a crash. But yeah, I was talking to him. I've been talking to him the whole time, and he is gonna try to figure out the package throughout this practice session and also this dual race, since he's running a part-time in both series.
Yeah, of course. Ortiz in the 29 is gonna move to the outside in front of Cameron Chandler, his teammate for tonight. There's Zane Rahman in the 1 car, and his teammate Max DiFilippi in the 13.
And Max DiFilippi can make a lot of improvements throughout this season. He has some issues with most likely inexperience in sim racing, getting started, all that. But as he goes along, everybody has the same process, you know. We are clueless when we start like driving and stuff, but then we know what to do. We start actually handling things with more calm. Whereas, for example, if he gets in a position where he has a shot at winning the race, he might get his hands might be trembling, his legs might be trembling. Eventually, it's gonna become second nature for him. He has a lot of potential.
Yeah, of course, I guess you can technically say only his first full-time year in the league. Was, I guess he joined like mid-season last season. And of course, raced for the rest of the year. Here are MNF Racing teammates. Now, of course, full-time in the Grand National Series. Your Season 2 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion, Cole Clausen in the 71, and his teammate Ethan McMillan. Of course, they're both going to be running the Daytona 500. They'll be part-time throughout the entire Cup Series season. Oh, Max DiFilippi pushing Cameron Chandler down this back straightaway. Oh, we have a crash somewhere. It's, I believe, that is the 00. That is Diego Rodriguez on the wall. Back for Giesbert Racing Management this season again. Remember, Rodriguez had a great run. Was running inside the top 5 at Las Vegas last season.
Whoa, hang on in there, Max.
Yeah. The inside now goes that 77 of Hunsicker on Sean Rowe in the 20.
I gotta give a shout out to the engine sounds. If the race gets boring, it doesn't matter because I can get myself an inside without.
This thing sounds so beautiful at the super speedways. And look at this racing go to the outside. Once again, not really sure what Cole Wilson was talking about in his interview, that we can't race and we're gridlocked. I mean, you would have thought he was talking about the next gen, how he talked about this Gen 4 car at the super speedways.
Well, you also gotta consider we have less people in this pack, so
yeah,
it's gonna be better distributed. Whereas with a bigger field, the likelihood of having more people in a lane just increases. As Senro kind of gets handing there, but he's gonna come back to the inside. And Carlos Ortiz is back in the draft.
course, we only had 19 cars in duel number 1, obviously. This field split in half. And this is the second half of the duel. We're probably going to have the same amount, almost maybe about 20 in duel number 2 tonight. 8 minutes to go now in the warm-up session for duel 2 in Daytona. As Cameron Chandler leads this pack down the back straightaway back into 3 and 4. Of course, under the lights. Next time the Cup guys will be on track after tonight will, of course, be their Daytona 500 final practice on Friday during the busiest day of speed weeks. Oh, and there they go. Hunsicker going to turn around Chandler. Oh, my God. We have a horrific crash with Max DiFilippi. And they continue to pile it up here. Once again, down the front stretch, we have a wheel that's flying.
Oh! Damn, it's going fast. Oh, man. That wheel just is gone.
Oh. All right. Oh,
the hell?
Clausen.
Oh, Cole Clausen.
Now you got this group on the back straightaway led by Eli Tomlin in the 90. Chris Fulltime once again for Clear High. Or actually, he's the racing manager. Sorry, then you got Brody Webster, my podcast guest, my podcast host, co-host, I should say, in the 2 car, making his first ever Daytona 500 start this season. They got CJ Urban and Donovan Hogan, 2 full-time drivers behind them. Chris Hogan full-time with his own team, and then Erdman with Clear High. All right, they head down the backstretch once again from the World Center of Racing tonight. It was actually announced, I think, yesterday that Maddox Beard, unfortunately, of course, in his first full-time season of the Cup Series, he is going to be missing the Daytona 500 and obviously also missed his duel tonight. So unfortunate. Had some personal things going on. We wish him the best. Obviously, he should be back. I'm not sure if he's going to have what fill-in driver will be there for him, but we'll have to wait and see. There's the 8 car of Cameron Chandler on the bumper of Hunsicker. Sean Rowe lined up behind them as well. So they make their way down the front stretch from the World Center of Racing. Of course, combined, we've had 37 now cars on track for the Cup Series in Daytona. Duel number 1, duel number 2. Obviously all different cars as well. So 37 drivers taking part in the duels this year. Very, very good turnout. The duel races. There's Cameron Chandler being pushed by that 20 of Sean Rowe. Got the 09 of John Butler, of course, back for his 3rd full-time season. Made the playoffs last 2 years. Going to be hard this season, though, to make the chase. Top 10, of course, in points, and so many strong contenders this year. And here's Cameron Chandler pushing Hunsicker in the 77. He got Sean Rowe in the 20 up there. In the 99, there's Payson Lindsay. Missed the playoffs last season. Of course, they're 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, my goodness. Nearly getting together with now 5 minutes to go in this warm-up session from Daytona.
All right, Ethan, we made it from the garage with our slow Johnson Motorsports cars. I got some input on this new car in the draft.
Was it a good time at least?
Well, I lost the draft on on lap 3, so I just rode around, and then I got put in the wall. And I was just going to push my teammate on the last lap. So you do not want to be the last car in the draft, or you're going to lose it.
Yeah, I'd imagine that would be the case. Obviously happened today. Oh, as we got a crash happening. There goes the 29 round of Carlos Ortiz. Oh, my goodness.
I got to do a little bit of pushing it, and you can push pretty good. It's kind of like the next gen, but I also heard from my teammates, like, you couldn't really, like, they were pushing, like, a little bit on the right rear, and I think it was kind of making everybody loose in front of them.
Of course, Johnson Motorsports had 2 cars in duel number 1, Jacob Quill, and of course, yours truly, Landon Johnson. And then they have in this duel, they have the 09 of John Butler, and I don't think Williams making the race. Unfortunately, he's got some flight complications in Daytona, but he should be here for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, private jet gets the ran out of gas.
Yeah, unfortunately, with all the drivers we've been signing at ETR and Johnson Motorsports, we really couldn't afford any more jet fuel.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been here all week.
Yeah. Whoops.
You know, it's a lot of fuel going from the middle of the country all the way down to Daytona.
I know that, yeah. I mean, this is Daytona Speed Weeks. There is so much action going on the racetrack. Well, now we have 38 different drivers in this whole dual night. That is really, really good turnout so far. Of course, the max amount of cars in a race is 40 for the Cup Series, so and this is just the duels. We've got other drivers coming. I haven't even seen Trenton Wilkin yet, and obviously William Reagan. That's the full 40-car field, and all these guys will be in the Daytona 500. So that just gives you an idea. So we could have D&Qs in the Great American Race. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Okay, so I just read the ETR chat. William will not be there on Saturday.
Oh.
So we're already down a driver.
Well, we'll have to try to find a replacement driver then.
And then Sean won't make it either.
What?
Sean won't make it either.
All right, we'll check that out later.
Pretty sure.
No, he said he
Pretty
might.
sure.
He said he was questionable. Before, at least.
I just talked to him a minute ago. We were in DC.
Side by sides, they head down this backstretch here in Daytona. About 2 minutes remaining in the warm-up session for duel number 2.
I think Cole Wilson said, like, you gotta have more than next gen. You can take a run by yourself and get clear. You at least gotta have 3 cars to go with you.
Oh my goodness, as they're gonna almost come together here down the front straightaway. A little bit tight. Looking back here, there's a single car run. There's Jacob Quayle on the backstretch. We got another group here led by the 90 of Eli Tomlin. It's still early in the season, obviously brand new race car, so a lot of new things to happen here. We of course see not a base blank paint scheme for Eli Tomlin, but no sponsor on the car. So we've seen, I don't want to say like lazy paint schemes, but like not completely usual what we see out of them. So far, at least. Oh, we had a car on the wall. That's Jacob Malone. And 2 of Brody Webster also going around. Oh, my goodness. That was close. All right, 55 seconds to go in this warm-up session for duel number 2. We are just about ready to go from Daytona.
So, Ethan Trendler, how do we feel about the number 2 car today?
No way.
Wow. It's so incredible to see Brody Webster here on the racetrack in the Cup Series for the first ever time.
And look at the leaderboard. I mean,
I
you
saw.
know, that's kind of what do you see out of a guy like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, nice try.
Hey, did you see what scheme I was running?
Yeah, I saw.
Hey, we had to make a last-minute decision, okay?
Wow.
You know, CWR doesn't supply us very many schemes. We had to steal off of Kyle Larson. Oh!
Oh my goodness, a terrible crash coming to the checkered flag. And we just got an unfortunate update from Trenton Wilkin. His iRacing is taking a million years to do the update, so he may not make it to this race. Wow.
All right. Have a good one, Ethan, and
And what?
You suck, Landon Johnson.
What?
It's not my fault.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it is. Skill issue.
Anyways, here we go. Qualifying for duel number 2 in Daytona. Duel 1 was wild. We're looking for some of the same action here in duel number 2. Gonna have basically the exact same car count. Should think have 20. So here we go. Of course, different batch of drivers now. All new. We're not in duel number 1, obviously. And it's these drivers' time to shine in duel 2. I'm just gonna put it out here. For now, it looks like a couple of these guys are a bit. It's a bit more of a calm group outside of Pace and Lindsay. For the most part, it's probably a lot more of a calm group out here tonight. Still one set a lot of angry drivers. Hopefully we don't get the same tonight. All right, here we go. Of course, 1 lap to qualify, as always, here in Daytona. 1 lap to do it. Kind of have realized now the 20th car in here. Unfortunately, I don't think Trenton will be making this because of iRacing's very long updates. Appreciate that, iRacing. As Cole Clausen now heads down the front straightaway in that 71 Culver's machine. Once again, he is back, but he's going to have to try to qualify his way into the Daytona 500 if it comes down to that. Through 1 and 2 he goes. There's Tomlin in the 90. There's the 94 of CJ Urban. Full time in the Cup Series. First year for him. Down the back straightaway. There is the winner in Fontana last season, Connor Asbell. Jacob Quayle, Cup Series rookie, back in the 3 and 4. There's Ethan McMillan in the 70. Here's your Clash winner. The 6 is Jacob Malone. And your defending series champion, of course, Braden Hunsicker on the apron, heading down the front straightaway to the checkered flag on his lap. Hunsicker, our first driver over the line. Will anyone beat him? Yes, Malone goes top of the board. Ortiz goes 3rd. Cross the line, there's McMillan. He is all the way back in 4th. Quayle is 3rd. Of course, only 1 lap to do it at the super speedways. There is the 13 of Max DiFilippi. Erdman goes 2nd place. We know how good he is at super speedway qualifying. Here comes Pace and Lindsay down the front straightaway. Rodriguez is 5th. Asbell all the way down in 10th. Cole Clausen is 8th. Here's Pace and Lindsay across the line in the 99 car. Rahman, he is 9th. Pace and Lindsay is 3rd. Here's Cameron Chandler. Sean Rowe rejoining onto the track. Down the back straightaway goes Logan Giesbrecht. Didn't make any laps in practice. Not really sure what's going on with Rodriguez. Here's Eli Tomlin. There is the 14 of Jacob Quayle. Oh, Saint Herman trying to warm up his tires on his no, he already put down a lap, right? This is cool down lap. I was going to say. There's the 8 car of Cameron Chandler making his way through 3 and 4. Got to be a favorite for pole position here. Got about 6 more guys yet to run. Here's Chandler down the front stretch. So far on provisional pole is Jacob Malone. Here comes Chandler all the way down to the bottom lane. Webster's going to qualify 8th here. Cameron Chandler, he is 6th. Rahman backs it down. Sean Rowe, there he is. All right, I thought he wasn't on the racetrack for a minute. Sean Rowe heading down into 1 and 2 here. Top 5 currently Jacob Malone, CJ Urban, Pace and Lindsay, Braden Hunsicker, and Jacob Quayle. Of course, we had Jacob Quill in duel number 1 and Jacob Quayle in duel number 2. Through 3 and 4 goes the 20 of Sean Rowe. Minute to go in qualifying. This is Rowe's lap, I believe. I don't think he's just starting it. I believe he's now finishing it. Across the line he goes all the way on the bottom to the checkered flag for Sean Rowe. Maybe one more driver to try to knock Malone off pole, and he's going to qualify 3rd. And the only one on the racetrack. Good lap, though, for the 20 of Sean Rowe. He will be starting P3, and that'll mean Jacob Malone going to be on the pole position here in Daytona for duel number 2. Great lap from Malone.
He's gonna have that great advantage going into the race now. He's gonna be able to kind of be chill, because I assume people are gonna be chill throughout the start of the race, and then he's gonna get really crazy. But
you saw what happened in duel 1. We couldn't even make it across the start-finish line.
Yeah, I know. That was a little bit... That was kind of maybe a one-time thing, obviously. Then they ran green for 20 laps.
Yeah, I didn't like that part, especially having damage.
All right, that'll do it. Jacob Malone on pole in Daytona, and got CJ Urban starting to his outside. And we welcome you live to the second part of the Daytona Duels. It's duel number 2. Duel number 1 did not disappoint. A photo finish between Matthew White and Cameron Chandler. Ashton Miller, with Miller getting the victory. What are we gonna see tonight? Let's put in some predictions. First of all, I'll start off with you, Landon.
I got Jacob.
All right. And Cherry?
Did they say yup?
Yep.
I think he's picking the whole field.
Yeah, I guess so.
I have as my main contender. I'm gonna go. I don't know.
Anybody but Cameron or Brody.
Brody Webster.
Wow.
No. You're gonna regret that pick.
All right.
Yep.
I always have somebody do this. I'm going to pick you, Landon Johnson. Can you run us through the top 10 starting order?
Oh, man. I did it last week, right?
Nice try. You're doing it again.
On the pole, we got Jacob Malone. And we got CJ Ehrman in the 94. Starting row 2, P3, it's John Rowe. And then we got Jason Lindsay. G5, we got Season 4, Next Gen, FedEx, Super Duper guy. It's Braden Hunsicker in the 77. Then we got Jacob Quao. Then we got co-owner Cameron Chandler. That guy, he likes Cole Wilson as a boyfriend, bro.
What?
And then what's Rodriguez's first name?
Diego.
Diego Rodriguez. So I was trying to pull out my inner Mexican. Should have had Cherry said that one. Then we got what's Gisbergen's what's Gisbride's first name?
Logan.
And then we got a Ramad, bro. Brody Webster in the top 10.
Yeah, apparently.
That's scary. I did good until I got unserious. So like the first 3.
All right, field is rolling in Daytona for duel number 2 here tonight. 30 laps, once again, same exact format as duel number 1. Top 3 get points. This time a whole new batch of drivers.
Why'd you put me in the fast duel, bro?
It was actually randomized. We had some sort of thing randomize it, and that's how it went. So I didn't.
Yeah. I think we should interview somebody from this duel in the race. Besides, who?
Is it an race interview?
Yeah, like before the race. There is Jacob Malone. Do we want to move him?
It can, yeah.
I cannot move him though, so if you would give me the permissions.
Yeah, let me just do that real quick.
Right. So Jacob Malone, you're starting on the pole for this duel race. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I got my teammate Sean Rowe behind me. I think I'm ETR. I don't know. I don't know what ETR is anymore. According to Ethan, we don't know anything.
Yeah, he's
so
your teammate.
The car's fast at least, so there's that. Same speed I had at the Clash. So let's see if I can turn this into another win and sweep my first 2 races so far as a part-time driver.
Are you gonna handle this race more as a practice race, or are you gonna try to take the points?
I'm gonna just have fun. I think that's the easiest way to put it. In my opinion, I see a dual race as having fun, seeing what the race at the end will be like with the main race. And so that'll determine how I race. Oh, and I sped.
All right. Well, those are the words of Jacob Malone. Good luck for the race.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
All right.
Can I get put back in the hole I was in?
Yes.
Thank you.
No.
Anyways, ready to go in Daytona for duel number 2. Connor Havrilla was having a couple of connection issues here, so he's currently trying to work his way back into the session. So hopefully he can join. But he's gonna have to start the pits, I believe. Cars rolling down this back straightaway. It's been a fun night so far with duel number 1. We're ready to kickstart duel number 2 here under the lights in Daytona. Got Landon Johnson and Rich Cherry now up in the booth with me. Our other commentators that were with us earlier, of course, Cameron Chandler. He is now going to be starting 7th in duel number 2. Here we go. 20 cars ready to go racing tonight for the second duel. Second part of the Cup Series field. You're going to have Jacob Malone and CJ Erdman leading us to the green. All right. Here we go from Daytona. 30 laps, 75 miles to come. If we stay under green for a while, this one's going to be a sprint, like I said before, but we, of course, had an early caution flag in the opening duel. We'll see what we get this time in duel number 2. Pace cars in. We got Malone and CJ Erdman on the front row, ready to go racing for duel 2 at the World Center Racing. We are green in Daytona for the second duel.
Sean already dropped into the back.
Yeah, Sean Rowe.
Yeah, that is really weird. And I see Erdman got a really good start there with teammate Pace on there on the outside.
And Rowe gonna fall all the way back. He might even lose the I don't know what he was doing as they head down the back straightaway for the opening time here in Daytona.
I guess like if you want to fall to the back, he's gonna lose the draft probably now.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's going to. As you go 174 miles an hour by yourself, so it's gonna be a huge loss.
I'm not exactly sure what the game plan was there as they head back into 3 and 4 on the outside, really getting dicey already with Brody Webster and then 0-0 of Rodriguez. John Butler almost losing the draft as well, and Rowe gonna need a caution. I don't know what was going on. Obviously just trying to maybe fall back and really misjudge that pretty badly.
They gotta be careful pushing the pusher because number 1, I don't want to pay the bills for my car. Number 2, we don't want a huge wreck at the start of this race.
Yeah, I'm like $2 million in debt from everybody wrecking my stuff.
CJ Erdman, of course, took the lead on the opening lap from pole sitter Jacob Malone. Now you got Braden Hunsicker, defending series champion, on the outside with Cameron Chandler and Payson Lindsay. Hunsicker gonna let out, my God, what a move to the outside for the lead on lap 2. Already going forward aggressively.
Yeah, but it's really traditional to see Braden and Cameron just working together. They are really good friends on and off the track, so Braden Hunsicker is gonna take the lead right now.
Side by side through the tri-oval, down the front straightaway they go yet again from the World Center of Racing as Braden Hunsicker trying to get pushed out front. We got CJ Erdman coming back down on the low side. Big, nice push from the 6 of Malone. Jacob Quill in line there as well. And now you got Malone to the outside lane. Door to door with that 94 of Erdman. And look at John Butler falls all the way back. Sean Rowe 9 seconds behind the leaders. And Malone gonna re-clear for the race lead on lap 3. I mean, that shows how easy it is to lose the draft, especially with a smaller pack like this.
Yeah, I lost the draft. Like, they didn't even have half a second on me, and I lost the draft.
I mean, obviously the draft effects in this Gen 4 car not as big as the next gen, or even the Grand National car, or any other super speedway style race car. Lap 4 underway for Daytona duel number 2. Outside is being led by 77 of Braden Hunsicker. You got Cameron Chandler back there as well, and Payson Lindsay in that 99 car. So head back through turns 3 and 4. Still leading this race is that 6 of Jacob Malone. Obviously, a lot more content than they were in duel number 1, and a lot cleaner so far up at the front of the field. It's kind of usually, I feel like, how it goes in these duel races. They see what's going on in duel 1. They see how they can push. The drivers learn, they watch, and then they take what they learned into effect in duel number 2. So they rock their way down the back straightaway. Here's Hunsicker outside, maybe a bit of a shove from that 8 car of Cameron Chandler. Trying to go side by side with him as they head down the front straightaway and through the tri-oval yet again in Daytona. Pretty orderly at the front of the field so far. just kind of nose-to-tail racing. But now look at Braden Hunsaker to the outside, a push from that 8 car of Cameron Chandler. Got Payson Lindsay in that 99 line up there as well. Diego Rodriguez in the 00, and now Max DiFilippi in the 13. Hunsaker is nearly clear of Jacob Malone, who's on that outside lane. To lap 7 we go in Daytona. Fuel situation should be interesting. Of course, we saw in duel number 1, some of these drivers were really close. Some of them were just to the good. Of course, if we don't get a caution flag in this race, we're not quite sure. It's going to be really close for this 30-lap duel race. Do get a caution flag, that's your question answered. We obviously will have no more fuel issues after that. There's Hunsaker outside here with Cameron Chandler and Payson Lindsay. Everyone playing nice so far. Unlike duel number 1, where they were just all over each other. My God.
Yep, it helps a lot having a race to watch before you do your own. You can watch what people are doing and just try to fix it.
Of course, good practice. This is very good practice for the Daytona 500 as well. Pushing up front at the start of the race. Obviously saw duel number 1 the example, maybe what not to do. Duel number 2, so far, what to do.
More people migrating to the top now.
And of course, Hunsaker has the lead, heading down the back straightaway yet again. There you see Jacob Malone in the 6 car with CJ Urban pushing on his back bumper. Back in the 3 and 4. They go. Malone trying to get back to the inside of Hunsaker. So interesting to watch these drivers work the draft. That's a new Gen 4 car. Much different than what we used to have. Riding with Cameron Chandler as he runs in second on that outside lane. Looking to maybe shove this 77 Hunsaker down the back straightaway. Got the 694 of Erdman back there as well. There's Payson Lindsay in that 99 car. Coming to lap 10 this time by. Again, the question now is, what is that fuel situation, that whole thing looking like?
So in the first duel, we had 31 laps of gas.
All right, so that's very, very close, obviously. Braden Hunsaker on the outside lane once again, side by side with Malone, but Malone back down low. I mean, I'm not shocked because they had that whole duel number 1 to watch, but so much more orderly than duel number 1 so far in this race. Now look at CJ Urban to the bottom here on Jacob Malone as they head down the front straightaway. Malone up there to block Braden Hunsaker in that 77 car. You got 94 down there. And now look at Hunsaker to the outside with Cameron Chandler.
Yeah, those 2 cars are not going to be working with Malone all race. And by the way, reports from Braden Hunsaker from the car, he is 1 lap to the good there on field, so he's been leading most of this race so far.
That could maybe change. I wouldn't think it would too much. They probably are just going to be just good to the end of this one.
Yep, I mean, he's been leading the race from the outside, so.
Here in Daytona. A pretty calm race so far, and only 19 laps to go, of course. We're on lap now 12. The 8 car of Cameron Chandler on the bumper of that 77 Hunsaker. Cameron's got his teammate Payson Lindsay behind him. Rodriguez lined up in the 00 as well.
Made a mistake earlier and said that Andrew Stacy and Payson were teammates. My fault there. How about Payson though? He always runs really good at these type of tracks, and his only Cup Series win came at this exact racetrack a year ago almost. So now with this new car and his new combo overall, let's see if he can adapt and maybe get his second career win on Saturday, and also a dual win today.
Yeah, it would definitely be a very, very good feat for Payson Lindsay to try and win the Daytona 500. Coming up this Saturday, of course, Cheery was talking about his win in the Daytona regular season finale in Season 3.
Yep, I'm afraid Brody Webster might be falling out of the draft.
Yeah, for sure he is. The two. Then we look right up ahead. These two are might not be too far being lapped. Sean Rowe and John Butler. Just what losing the draft does to you. It's very easy to do if you're starting towards the back.
But on Saturday, I don't think we'll have to worry about that too much.
I mean, it'll be different, obviously, but you might, I don't know, if you're running like, what, 35th, 36th, you definitely, it's definitely going to be interesting back there. We'll see.
Yeah. You just don't want to be the last car in line.
Yeah, no. That's for sure.
You don't even want to be in the middle.
Yeah, but then you're in the middle of the chaos, too. Safest spot is where Jacob Malone is.
Coming nearly to halfway, about a lap away from doing that at Daytona in duel number 2. It's been clean and green all the race long so far. Not really any action going on. They're just side by side, kind of just stuck together. Hunsaker on the outside lane. There's Cameron Chandler up lined behind him. Payson Lindsay in the 99. Here are 2 lap cars, Sean Rowe and John Butler, up in the distance.
How about Jacob Quayle though? First couple races in the FedEx League, and he's running up front in P3 and maybe buying his time for the end.
Yeah, this if he finishes well here and doesn't really cause anything, he'll be approved for the Cup Series heading to this season, I believe. Yes, he will be.
Here comes Braden and Cameron now again.
And of course, now halfway through this race, 15 laps to go. Obviously, such a short race because it is a duel. Here comes Hunsaker to the outside, like Cheery said. They've gotten there, but they haven't really done anything with it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to get the run properly, and a lot of risk too with the side drive because one little net cut and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, the duel number 1, I guess, kind of showed what we were maybe expecting in the maybe, like, last 5 or so laps of the Daytona 500. Duel 2 is what we're expecting in the first 20 laps of the Daytona 500, I guess. So we got 2 worlds going on here. They're going to begin to catch that lap traffic. Going to be interesting to see what these leaders do to get around them. They are double file up here. They got this lap traffic 3 wide, if he gets to that. Rodriguez trying to go 3 wide around his teammate Tomlin there in the 90, all the way towards the back of this pack. Just now 13 laps to go in Daytona.
And that's how Lenny's falling like a cliff. Now we have the top 6 there, single file. Top 7 now.
And now look at Payson Lindsay actually getting in line. Yeah.
The lap cars are helping a little bit though. Oh yeah, and also that we have only 2 cars on the outside.
Ooh, Hunsinger tries to find a place in line, and Chandler trying to do the same. They're going to fall back here pretty badly as they head down the front straightaway up here and now catching that lap traffic. 12 to go. There's the 6, Jacob Malone. Back in a 1 and 2 he goes. The traffic of Sean Rowe, man. So of course, Sean Rowe started inside the top 5. Just that's probably the worst move he possibly could have done with them not even having a caution up front either. I mean, this is worst case scenario for Sean Rowe. And him and John Butler looking to move out of the way.
Yeah, I don't know what they were planning there, but whatever plan they had, they must have been badly executed. We'll ask him after the race about that.
Obviously, both those 2 affiliated teammates, one for Johnson Motorsports and one for Ethan Trendler Racing. So, probably some sort of working together tactic there as they continue to drop on the outside lane. They're going to fall all the way back, and currently now John Butler in the free pass position. That would really put the dent into Sean Rowe if we get a caution now. He doesn't get the free pass. Cameron Chandler falling all the way back now to, 15th place, basically in the back of this lead pack. Also got, of course, Rahman has fallen off and Brody Webster. They're by themselves, and they're starting to catch Zane Rahman in the 1. Only coming to 10 to go this time by, and look at Donovan Hogan, the 43 on the outside lane. This is definitely not going to work out. Nobody goes with him. Not the greatest moves there for the 43 of Donovan Hogan. And he's going to fall back.
I don't think we see a move until 5 to go.
We'll see. Obviously, they were side by side for such a long time, but they really weren't doing anything. Now they're single file. 10 laps remaining. They're going to catch Zane Rahman. He should be easiest to go around.
We're gonna talk about the Eddie car Logan Gisbert though. He had kind of mid-season last season. I should say only 1 top 10 in 16 starts. Well, my question is, will he be able to redeem himself now with his new car, now running in the top 5 in his dual race, just 1 spot away from scoring points?
Yeah, real quick now, interesting, the outside, look at the top 90 of Tomlin, Payson Lindsay, you also got Max DeFilippi up there, and Braden Hunsicker. Now, look at the 80 of Gisbert, they're starting to race here with 9 to go. Once again.
Now it's time to go. It's time to go now.
I mean, yeah, if you're all the way in the back, you can't wait till the last few laps. You got to go now. Oh my goodness, contact between these 72. That is a little bit excessive. Yeah. Didn't really expect that. My God. Oh, Asbel. Oh my God. Again on Tomlin. He's going to check up that outside lane. Eli Tomlin and Payson Lindsay trying to make something work up there. Max DeFilippi in the 13. He's getting pushed by that 77 Hunsicker.
Yeah, Logan is now going to the outside, moves to the inside again.
Here's Connor Asbel, the bumper of the 29 of Carlos Ortiz. Keep trying to say Rich Cherry.
Yep. Ortiz has had a really stable race, though they're he has stayed on the east side all race long. He's now in the top 5, so he's probably buying his time. Well, yeah, I mean, kind of weird for me though that he hasn't tried anything with the outside lane just yet, but he has worked for him so far.
I mean, these guys back here, I don't know what's going on. My God, Connor Asbel, Eli Tomlin, they are just all over each other. Not really gaining too much momentum with now Payson Lindsay, Max DeFilippi on the outside, and Payson maybe just going to try to fall in line. There's Cole Clausen in the 71 on the bottom of his teammate Ethan McMillan behind him. And Hunsicker going to get between the M&F cars. Seven to go in Daytona. Jacob Malone continues to lead. CJ Ehrman second. Jacob Quayle third. Cameron Chandler, not been a good showing as of late. All the way back in 13th place. Top 3, of course, still score points. And there's lap car Brody Webster up in the distance. Oh, look at this, all broken up now. So they start checking up there, and now it's pretty broken up as they head down the back straightaway. Top, what, now Tomlin to Malone, top 7 cars.
Top 7.
Yeah. Catching the lap car Brody Webster. He's going to move up out of the way, probably. Oh, he's the wall! Oh, my God. Brody just trying to get out of the way, and he's going to fall back in line. Coming to 5 to go in Daytona. Been caution-free so far in duel number 2. But now, look
now
at
it's
this.
going to be
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for them to get an outside line. There's
72 of Connor Asbell to the outside lane. It's going to lap car of John Butler. They head down this backstretch. It's now 2 groups. Top 7 have pulled away, and they're side by side. That is not going to be helping them.
They're using that Brody Webster as a pick to maybe try to get close to the top 7.
And they got to get rid of the 2 car, though. He's in the way of Pace and Lindsay, and they're just trying to get single file. They got to catch up now. Cole Clausen leads the draft. Braden Hunsicker on his bumper. They only got 4 laps to go, though, to try and do that. These top guys still single file. Here's Max Filippi.
They're going to need a caution. They're 3 seconds back.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't think.
There's 5 of them. I mean, there's 7 in the front back.
Jacob Malone continues to lead. He has led the most laps from pole tonight, with C.J. Ehrman lined up behind him and Jacob Quayle in 3rd. Look at Logan Giesbert run a run for him in 4th place. I mean, so many underdogs at the front of the field. The only driver in the top 6 that has a Cup Series win is Jacob Malone. And then, of course, you go champion Clausen, champion Hunsicker, winner Lindsay, winner Chandler, winner Asbell behind them. So it's definitely just this top, second on to 6th. 3 to go. Does anyone have anything for Jacob Malone? They're going to have to try to build a run pretty soon.
Ortiz kind of fallen off the draft a little bit right there.
They haven't. No, they really haven't, actually. I thought for a second they were, but they're not. Clausen falling, or no, not Clausen.
Connor is going to fall back.
Yeah. You can actually get the name right. Coming to 2 to go this time by. But a fast-paced, completely green race so far. We have 2 laps to go in duel number 2.
They're going to have to start this outside line this lap.
And then they're going to try Jacob Quayle up to the outside lane. Nobody goes with him, though. He will fall back, but remember, Malone doesn't have any teammates, but nobody goes with Jacob Quayle. Jacob Quayle, the closest to a teammate, somewhat of an alliance with Fortier Racing. Quayle going to fall back in the group in 6th. Lap and a half to go as they race down this backstretch. And look at outside. Here comes Ortiz. A big run coming high with the 90 of Tomlin. Will the Ehrman car go up there? He tries to. Can't make it happen because the 29 of Ortiz is there. Side by side, coming to 1 to go in duel number 2. Final lap. Jacob Malone trying to hold on. They're door-to-door behind him. He's going to have to try to work both lanes. The white flag is underway. 1 lap to go in Daytona. 1 through 1 and 2. They go for the final time. Looking to the outside. He's getting a shove. There's the 29 of Ortiz. Trying to go to the outside of the 6 of Jacob Malone. Final time down this back straightaway. Ortiz, a big, big shove from the 90 of Eli Tomlin. He is there, and he is to the lead. Tomlin all over his back bumper. And they're pushing each other way out. Tomlin out of the outside lane. Back through 3 and 4. Here comes Tomlin. Oh, my God. Tomlin to the outside lane. There's Quill. He's going to push the 90. Oh, he's going to get turned. Here they come to the checkered flag. Jacob Quill is going to win in Daytona. What? Jacob
Daytona?
Malone. Jacob Malone's going to win in Daytona.
There you go.
I completely messed that up. What a finish, though. I was calling Jacob Quayle, and then I put okay. Jacob Malone wins the Daytona. Oh my
2
goodness.
for 2 to start the year.
Yes, for
Yep,
sure.
Yep, Jacob Malone dominated there the race, and yep, he won the race. I don't know how many laps he led, but that's a pretty chaotic finish. We let's first of all show the burnouts. Obviously, his celebration. Really strong contender now for the rest of Speed Weeks and Friday too with the Grand National race.
2 back-to-back finishes that were great in these duels, and this time it's Jacob Malone going to victory lane. He will burn this thing down. What a finish. This time went all the way green to the end. Post-race interviews coming up here in Daytona. As your winner, Jacob Malone, going to go to celebrate. Fantastic win. Jacob Quayle going to be the only full-time driver getting points here because second place or third place Ortiz, of course, also part-time. And your winner, Malone. Quayle going to take home 3 points with this. Not a single car was turned around in this race tonight. They might have had one on the final lap. Not quite sure. We weren't looking back there. But Jacob Malone takes victory in Daytona Duel number 2.
Jacob Malone led 24 of the 30 laps. Dominant performance from him. Winning the pole also.
I mean, I thought he was out of it. He got completely teamed up there in the final laps, but somehow comes back to win this race. What a finish. Well, let's look at the final lap.
This package has a lot of side draft, and the car that goes to the outside is going to have a great advantage there. But let's see the finish right here.
We're going to ride along.
He gets a big push from this 14.
Let's ride along with Malone, of course. Final time down the back straightaway. He has the 2 come up on the outside of him. He falls back to 3rd. He thought he was out of it even. Heading back to 3 and 4. Got Siege Airman there. These 2 go to the outside. This is what kills their momentum, and then this is just a huge run coming from Malone. Blinking a little bit as Tomlin, and then he's just... Watch this. Whoa! Oh, I mean, he kind of turned the 90 of Tomlin around and forgot about that one. I don't know. We'll have
he went for the gap.
Let's look from the blimp. I don't know how happy Tomlin's going to be about that, but let's look. So obviously have that blink. Here comes Malone. I don't know. I don't know what you say about that.
The officials will be might be looking into that. Just product of the huge run that he had and just going for the win, like he said. Oh my God. Well, we all hope he's okay. Anyways, yeah, he said he was going to have fun and go for the win, and yeah, you might as well because he's a part-timer. I'm sorry for asking this, but is Jacob Quayle a part-timer too?
Quayle is full-time.
Oh, well, he's the only full-time that finished in the top 3, so.
And Tomlin is full-time also. He got kind of ran out of the way there for that one.
Yeah.
Definitely 5 points gone. He finishes 11th. Somehow comes across the line P11. I'm not really sure how. All right. Well, we got post-race interviews coming up. Of course, you're with your winner, Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone, what a win. We thought you lost it there in the final lap. But of course, those 2 got pushed around you there on the outside lane with 1 to go. You come back at a huge run. It looks like you might have ran into Tomlin a little bit, maybe a racing incident there. What was your point of view of that one? And then, of course, the finish.
He made a late move. I made it 3 wide. He turned down if you ride on my chase view. Clear as day. I was trying to talk to him about it. I mean, I felt bad for him. He could have won the race, but he sold the bag. I mean, this was the most boring race I've ever ran. I doom scrolled on Instagram Reels for 20 laps while leading the race. That was terrible. Okay? Terrible package. I'm going to say that now. I speak my mind. Listen, I'm thankful you guys put this on, but I'm just going to point that out. A lot of people are complaining, and I stand up for the people's opinion, and I just want to point that out there in case it doesn't get heard.
Well, of course, but really good momentum here to start the season. Obviously, your win at USA Speedway, and then now this dual win. Obviously, heading into the Daytona 500. Like, what did you learn tonight, though? Obviously, leading a lot of this race.
You can't really pass into the last lap, or else you're going to lose the draft, and it's going to ruin the rest of your race. Momentum is huge. The side draft is also huge. Manipulating the draft, working with people is very big. I think the clear straightaway point of view is going to be whether or not it turns into a fuel race, and if it does, that'll make it interesting. I would say it's a very exciting start to the season, although it is only a part-time season. My main series is the Xfinity Series, but I have very big momentum rolling into Daytona in the next few races with the Clash win and a win in the dual race. So I'm looking forward to Daytona, seeing if I can just go 3 in a row. Overall, I feel like everyone raced as best they could. We didn't have any yellows, so I feel like that's something to be proud of, especially for this league. Once again, thank you for putting this together. The ETR car was fast, super fast. I had no problems all night. Felt bad for Sean. He ended up screwing himself by messing up a shift and trying not to kill the field early in the race and ruined his end result. Yeah, that's the summary of the race.
Well, big congrats, of course, Jacob, on another victory here. Of course, we're going to see you coming up on Friday night for the Grand National Series race, and of course on Saturday for the Season 5 Daytona 500.
Yep, have a good one, man.
Thank
you, and best of luck.
All right, coming up next, going to be Jacob Quayle, finished second tonight. Jacob Quayle, P2, one spot short of the victory here, but it was a great effort for you guys. A second place finish here in Daytona. So obviously, big final lap there with Eli Tomlin and all those guys up at the front of the field. You guys had a chance at the win through the trial. Well, just ultimately will end up in second place. Take me through your point of view there, the whole final lap.
Well, I mean, the second to last lap, I went high, and I thought I was about to lose the draft and my race be over, but I was able to get right back in the drafts, hang on, and then I went high. I saw Jacob alone on the bottom. I decided to push him, and yeah, we got a run coming to the line out of 4, and yeah, I was able to get second. I did not expect to get any points tonight, so yeah, I'll take the points today. And yeah, it was not the most fun race, but it hopefully it'll be better with more cars out there.
Of course,
on Saturday.
Of course, you will now be approved from the Cup Series now with these starts. So you've officially gotten that approval to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. So you head into oh my God, sorry. You head into the Daytona 500 on Saturday. Obviously, going to be a big grid. You're obviously locked in with your charter and your full-time spot there. But how do you think you guys can navigate this well? Obviously, scoring 3 points tonight, but officially start your season off well at the Daytona 500.
I think it's gonna be a lot about track position because it's kind of hard to make moves this package. So once again, just try my best to hold the inside line while in qualifying, and then go from there. I bet you we'll have some green flag pit stops too, which will make things interesting. So I got to practice those, and yeah, it'll be more interesting with pit stops, I think.
All right, Jacob. Well, of course, nice job. Second place finish here tonight at Daytona, and we will see you coming up for the Daytona 500. Well, first of all, practice on Friday, and then, of course, the Daytona 500 on Saturday.
All right. Good night, guys.
That was Jacob Quayle. Coming up next is going to be third place finisher Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz, your first start in the league in a while, filling in for Richard Cherry in his car. You had a really nice race running. You ultimately will finish in third tonight. So, obviously, wild final few laps there at the end of the race with Malone trying to split the middle three wide, wrecking Tomlin. What was your point of view from that whole finish?
That was crazy. I'm surprised I was able to race because my computers is still on Windows 10. So that was incredible. The package sucks. It feels like the 2000 Daytona where it's like you get a run, but you have to wait like 3 laps to get on someone's bumper. Uh, with 2 to go, I think, or 1 to go, I went to the outside. I had a push from Eli. He dragged me, kept pushing the entire corner on the back straight. Then he pushed me into turn 3. He was locked on. He went to the outside. He was probably going to win this race, but then I don't know what happened between those two. I just know that I didn't get sent to the pits, which was great. So getting a third, I mean, that's incredible for me. I didn't expect anything. I'm just excited for Saturday now.
Yeah, of course, Saturday night, the season number 5 Daytona 500, the biggest event of the season. I mean, with what you guys learned tonight, how do you think you can maybe take those skills into the Daytona 500? Obviously, double the field of what we had tonight.
I would say track position is going to be more important, to be honest. What pits is going to be get the shorter stop, take as like 2 sides if you can or no tire, and just focus on track position, know who you're working with, and get the right pushes there at the final 2 laps. Going to make a difference.
All right, Carlos, was nice job. Still top 3 finish in this duel at Daytona. Of course, we'll see you on Saturday night for the season 5 Daytona 500.
All right, see you.
All right, see you.
All right. Coming up next, going to be C. Jerriman came from P5. C. Jerriman, it's going to be a P5 finish tonight. You guys ran top 2 for most of the day tonight here in Daytona. So obviously, P5 finish, not bad at all. It's just outside of the points as well. But take me through maybe the final few laps, ultimately how this race was for you guys.
Yeah, a frustrating race. It was hard to make a move, and you were afraid to make a move because if nobody went with you, you would just drop to the back and probably lose the draft. So I was just kind of riding and waiting it out till the end. I was going to make a move, but I saw Quail, I think it was, to go, and he got dropped to the back. So I was just riding, and Ortiz and Eli beat me to it, and thought Eli was going to get the win. That would have been cool for my owner to be able to get a win, but he got dumped at the end. So it is what it is. Frustrating race, but learned a bit for the 500.
Well, of course, obviously you're going to be in a lot of the events coming up with the ARCA iCar Series tomorrow, Trucks Grand National, and then of course the Cup race, the Daytona 500 on Saturday. So, like, what do you think your best opportunity throughout the rest of the speed weeks is to get maybe a victory here?
I mean, so I plan to run all of them, but I feel like I can win in all of them if I just have a little bit of luck go my way once at one of these tracks. I'm always up front in these races in FedEx. It just never works out at the end. So hopefully we can finally have some luck and maybe we'll be able to get at least one of the wins.
All right, CJ, well, nice job. Still in the top 5 finish here in Daytona tonight, and we'll see you coming up tomorrow night for the iCar race.
Thank you.
Next up, gonna be let's see. Gonna be Connor Asbell finished 8th. Connor Asbell, P8 finish here tonight. You guys, it looked like you almost lost the draft there at the end of the race. Is that what happened? And ultimately, like, how did you guys end up P8?
I try to make a move. I feel like I have like 10 less horsepower than the whole field. I don't know. I mean, could have probably gotten what, 5th maybe time, but I don't know. Arm feels fine. I mean, the whole time I was kind of like babying it. I mean, the race was just single file most of the time, so I was just resting it. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, of course, heading into the Daytona 500 on Saturday, is there anything you maybe think you can take from this race, this dual race, that you can maybe put into the 500?
Track position's important. Stay up front. Well, not even. Stay in the first 2 rows, and you'll have a shot to win it. Car feels like a parachute on the outside, so probably stay bottom, single file the whole way there. And I'm gonna bring a jet engine to boost my car.
Oh, that's a little
Can
bit
you bring me
illegal.
one?
What was that, Landon?
Can you bring me one, bro?
Yeah. We'll see if I can just go to the airport on the backstretch of Daytona, go snatch one real quick. I'll say I'll borrowing it, but in reality, not keep it. Go hot dog around that whole thing track, pulling about 10 G's going in the corner, fly like a bald eagle, and hoorah, baby.
All right, Connor. Well, we'll see you in the 500.
Yep.
That's
Connor
our
as well.
Cletus, bro.
Yep, of course. Pace and Lindsay up next. You finished 9th. Pace and Lindsay, 9th place finish here tonight at Daytona. It looked like, obviously, you guys are struggling there. A lot of you guys with losing the draft, trying to make moves there at the end of the race. Ultimately, give me your perspective on that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really suck. I think we had really good speed. We could have went up there and led laps, but the top kind of died when we were up there, and me and Eli Tomlin tried to make a move, and I mean, we got punished for it. No one was trying to make a move, and so I tried to be the one to do it with Tomlin, and second I did, I just got punished for it, and I mean, you just can't really do anything in this car at super speedways. I mean, it's a lot better than the next gen, but it's still just not a lot you can do, and we only had like 6 people there in the draft at the end of the race, so I mean, I don't know what else I could have done there. I could have just sat in line and settled for like 6th place, but yeah, just couldn't really race.
Obviously, the Daytona 500 coming up later on Saturday night, the biggest event of the NASCAR Racing FedEx League. So, of course, I mean, is there anything you can take from this race? Obviously, it's going to be double the field size for the Daytona 500 that you can put into the 500 on Saturday.
Yeah, we're probably just going to have to be in the top 5 the whole race, because if you get to the back of the pack, you're probably going to lose the draft, and that's going to be a race over. So if we can just qualify in the top 5, stay up there, execute on the pit stops, hopefully we can be up there at the end.
All right, Payson. Well, we'll see you in Daytona for the rest of the week, for the rest of the events and speed weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
Up next will be Eli Tomlin. Eli Tomlin, man, you are on your way to a victory here at Daytona, but it looks like just on the final lap, coming through the trial, you and Jacob Malone just got together and you got turned around down the front straightaway. Take me through your perspective on that whole incident.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that last lap, I came from dead last that race, so I've just been making 3 wide moves, anything I could do to get that Gen 4 going forward. And then at the end there, I got hooked up with Ortiz on the top, and we were flying like nobody had flown all race, dude. That was so much fun, getting latched on, making the move from the top. And then we had the race one, and Malone just decided to hit me in the left rear. I mean, I moved down from the top to the middle lane with no contact. He then drives directly into the left rear quarter panel and pits me through the grass. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that.
Well, of course, the obviously rest of the Speed Week's action coming up. But what do you think you can take into, like, do you think you can maybe get some redemption in the Daytona 500, taking what you learned in this dual race to move on to the 500?
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Sorry, I'm trying to get my head right. That was just a big letdown. That was gonna be my first win in FedEx. I was really looking forward to that. But anyway, coming from the back in that race, I felt like I could make moves that nobody else could. Nobody else was making 3 wide middle work, and that's how I really gained all of my positions. And a big shout out to Payson too. He kept me alive. I would have lost the draft without a little boost from him, but nobody was making any moves. They were just content to ride in line. That's where Logan Giesbrecht, I mean, love him to death, teammate, but I couldn't get him to make a move for anything there with 2 to go, or I would have went with him instead of Ortiz. But the key to these cars is aggression. So that's what you're going to see from me in the 500 is a lot of the same. I'm going to be door banging people side drafting and getting myself back to the front.
Alrighty, Eli. Well, of course, great job on the run tonight. Maybe just a half trial away from victory, but we'll see you in the Daytona 500 on Saturday, obviously, where you try to get some redemption.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, Ethan. You have a good night, brother.
You too. That was Eli Tomlin. All right, coming up next, a couple more to go here. Going to be Max DiFilippi, finished 14th tonight. Max DiFilippi, not the greatest of nights for you guys. Ultimately going to be a 14th place finish at the end of this thing in Daytona. What ultimately got you out of position for the win?
My teammates, you know, not all of them, but a couple of them, and that goes. I don't know. I stayed in the high lane the whole time, and anytime someone tried to make a move, the cars just suck. That's all it is. Everyone voted for him and then wants to complain about him all race. I'm one of them to complain about him, but I don't know. I work with Payson and work as hard as I can with my teammates, and we all jump out. Sorry about that. We all jump outside there, and he just jumps back down, and I lose the draft, and yeah, that's about it. Race was over from there. No one wrecked until the end, which I mean, not complaining about it, but complaining about it. But yep, that's all it is. It's just everyone tried so hard to make a move there, and anytime you would, we just couldn't do anything. So, yep, it sucks that I get 93rd once again in a race when I try so hard. So yep.
All right, but of course, the rest of the events during Speed Week's coming up. You got so many to do. Obviously, iCar or ARCA, the same thing. Xfinity trucks, Grand National trucks, and of course the Cup Series. So you think a win could be coming? Maybe your second iCar win tomorrow night?
Well, yeah, isn't trucks tomorrow night as well?
No, trucks Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, last season in iCar Daytona, got turned from the lead and went head on into the wall. Got that all fixed and was gonna push Cameron to the win, and a lap car obviously killed the field, and yeah, so big momentum going into it. I hope, and I have a lot of confidence, and hope me and my teammates can work better tomorrow than we did today.
All right, Max. Well, of course, we'll see you in iCar or the ARCA race. Same thing tomorrow night.
Yeah, see you there, man.
Final interview. Oh, actually, two more to go now. Going to be who is it? Brady Webster. Brody Webster, just not a good race for you guys in your Cup Series first ever appearance. It's going to be a 16th place finish, one lap down in your duel. So ultimately, what early in the race you guys have positioned for this one?
So, we were chilling in the draft, and as you know, the Gen 4 car, once you're out the draft, even 2/10, you're just down, you're gone, you're gonna be falling behind. So we got side drafted to hell and back, and then we just fell out the pack and pretty much just ran around the racetrack for 10 laps with nobody around us and probably almost took a nap at the wheel. And then finally, when the pack caught back up again, we, stuck in the draft and finished first out of all the lap cars. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's a positive. You finished first out of lap down cars and 16th place overall. But yeah, ultimately, the rest of the events coming up this week. What is your confidence level?
So, obviously Friday being my main race, the Grand National Daytona race. Obviously hoping for a promising finish there, in the two Chevrolet.
Yeah, you're getting
Wall.
wrecked.
Landon Johnson, I'm gonna bomb you.
What?
Do it.
I don't think we can say that on YouTube.
And then Saturday at the Daytona 500, hopefully, the same thing doesn't happen to us and we can just stay in the draft. I think with more cars, it'll also be more, viable and whatever the word is for, there will be more cars, so we should be able to stay in the draft.
Already said that like 30 minutes ago, little bro.
Landon Johnson,
What is with
nope,
you two?
I'm
My
calling you
God.
out. I'm calling you out, Landon Johnson. If I beat you this Saturday, you owe me a BJ.
What?
I don't think we can say that on YouTube.
No,
He means Bojangles.
A black jockey.
Bojangles?
Yeah,
All right.
Bojangles.
Zane
You gotta
Rahman
find
wants
my
to be in here.
Bojangles. So Zane Rahman, how do we
okay.
feel about
What?
Landon Johnson giving me a BJ?
What?
Bojangles.
What? Who the hell starts a conversation like that, Brody?
I mean, we just want to hear your opinion on it.
No comment, obviously.
Nothing to do with this.
This has everything to do with the interview, guys. Everything to do with the race.
What? Is that how boring the race was?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was.
Ethan in the stream.
All right. Thanks, Brody Webster, for your time.
Kiki.
Anyways, Zane Rahman.
Oh, he's gone. Never mind.
Anyways, Zane, unfortunately, you lost the draft. You finished 17th. Just take me through what happened.
Yeah, car absolutely sucked. I mean, there wasn't anything really I could do. I mean, I lost the draft so many times, so I try to stay behind a lot of people, and at this point, I might as well just turn into a fucking pony and then just done it myself. Forget the car.
Yeah, we were 6 or 7 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Anyways, Zane, of course, just unfortunate day for you guys. We head to iCar or ARCA tomorrow night. What do you guys think you could do?
Well, I know I won here in iCar like the last time we came here, so I'm hoping to go back.
Like 6 or 7 months ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, shut up.
Can we
It wasn't
ban
even
him?
that long ago, but okay.
Just get it done. Hurry. Go.
All right, Zane. Well, of course, big. Nice job on the race here tonight, and we will see you, of course, trying to defend your iCar win from last season tomorrow night in Daytona.
Yep, Zane Ramon's winning.
Yep, totally.
And then Landon Johnson is giving me Bojangles.
All right, I guess I'll just end it here. All right, anyways, that will do it tonight.
NASCAR, iRacing, FedEx Cup Series, ooh.
Brody Webster, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, anyways, that will do it here tonight. What a show from the Duels. Congratulations to both Jacob Malone and Ashton Miller, winners of the Duels this season. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, actually, first of all, for Grand National Series practice at 6, their final practice session for the Daytona season opener on Friday. And then, of course, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the iCar or ARCA race. And make sure to tune in then for Day 4 of NASCAR iRacing FedEx League Daytona Speed Weeks for season number 5. So on behalf of all officials, team owners, commentators, drivers, everyone involved making this league what it is, we'll see you tomorrow night, starting off with Grand National Series final practice for their Daytona season opener. Good night from the world's center of racing.
Watch Elements of Justice.